911?
Yes.
Okay, Evansville Police Department. This is Detective Jones, Kentucky State Police. You talked to him earlier?
Yes.
Okay. I want to get some information, though. You want to make sure we know who we're talking to, okay? We do this all the time. Give me your first name.
William?
That's your legal first name?
Yes.
Middle name?
Jeffrey?
How you spell that?
Jeffrey.
R-E-Y.
Yeah.
Last name?
Hurt. H-U-R-T.
And what is your date of birth?
5/17/94.
And your address?
2313 East Riverside Drive.
Which Social Security?
319. 309, sorry.
309?
Yeah. 2151.
Okay. I'm going to read you something. I want to make sure you understand it, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you can afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not to answer any questions or make any statements. Okay. Would you sign here to show that I read that to you? All that's stating is that I read you your Miranda rights. Okay. Now, do you want to talk to me about this incident?
About that Senate Mark Golike?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know?
Well, I got to know if you want to talk to me about it or not.
Well, I can talk to you. It's not a problem.
Okay, good. Would you sign here, please? Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to go over again about that night, okay?
Okay.
You were working, is that correct?
Yes, that was.
And that was on Thursday?
Yes.
Do you think it was about the 16th?
I think it was up to 16th, yes.
Okay, so it was the 16th on a Thursday. Originally, you said on a Saturday. Actually, originally, you told me on Thursday. When I told you that Debbie had told me that it was on Saturday, you agreed. Were you just agreeing at that time?
Well, when my dad asked me what day it was, I was half asleep. I didn't really give time to think.
Okay.
Because he had woken me up, so I just pretty much set a day just so he would leave me alone when I go back to sleep.
Okay. Okay, so are we sure it was Thursday now?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about...
What I can do is I can get the schedule that we were working that week,
Okay.
and I can see who I was working with. As if I backtrack, I'll be able to tell you.
Okay. Regardless of the day, that's the night Marcus Golike was there,
Yes.
right? Okay. Tell me about your day that day.
My day was I got up, I got up, I was getting showered, and I played games, spent time with him a little bit, and around 3:15 I left to go take the Lawndale bus to work.
Which is?
Flick's Ice Cream. Flick's Deli and Ice Cream over there on Green River Road.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it was a very long, drawn-out day, and when I had gotten home, he was sitting at my kitchen table.
Okay. So let's back up. What time did you leave work?
It was about, Thursday, 9:45 when she told me to leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was sitting on behind the mall waiting for the bus
Okay.
for about 30 minutes.
Okay. And what time do you think you got on the bus?
About 10:15.
10:15.
Lawndale.
Okay. And where did the bus take you?
Took me down to, where Big Lots is at, over there by Washington Square Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Took me down there to the Lawndale, and then I got on the Riverside bus and came home.
Okay. Where did that bus drop you off at?
Dropped me off at the Kangaroo gas station.
Okay. Right there at Becky and Riverside?
Yes.
What time do you think you got home?
It was about, on that day, it was about 11:30.
About 11:30?
11:30 p.m.
Okay. It's a pretty long bus ride.
So we gotta wait for the other buses, and then they leave at 10:45
Okay.
to take everybody else.
Okay. But now's the real important part. Now's when I want you to be honest and not skip any details. Tell me everything. Okay? Don't leave anything out.
Okay.
Okay? Go ahead.
What do you want?
When you got home?
When I got home, I walked in and Mark was sitting on my kitchen table. He was eating a bucket of macaroni salad because I had hugged my mom at that time to tell her that I loved her and I was home. And then after that, I sat down at the kitchen table. I was sitting in with my mom and we were sitting there talking. And then after a while, Mom said she had to go to bed.
Who all was in the kitchen?
It was me, Mark, Harley Wade, the foster chicken. He was in there for about 10 minutes.
Okay, let's back up again. So you left that out. I really want everything. This is very important, okay? I want every little detail. You come in the house, you said your mom and Mark were in the kitchen.
Yes.
At that time, when you entered the door, who was in the kitchen?
It was Steven, my little brother, my mom, and Mark.
Okay.
And after I come in, sat down, Harley, he walked in and grabbed something.
Where did he come from?
The living room.
Okay.
He had walked in, and then he grabbed something, he started moving stuff around, like cleaning up a little bit. Then he grabbed his Sunny D and walked back out.
Grabbed his ID?
It's Sunny D. It's
Sunny D, a drink.
Yeah.
And then he walked out?
Yeah.
How long was he in the kitchen?
About 5-10 minutes.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then after that, me and, we got to talking, Steven was taking playing cards and throwing them really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, after he got done doing that, me and Mark played a game of chess, which lasted about half an hour, almost. And then after that, my mom said she was going to bed, and I was like right in the middle of our game.
Okay.
And then Mark, because his eyes were bad, he couldn't see the board very well because of the lighting. And then he just surrendered. And then I shook his hand, and I started talking to him for a little bit. And after probably about 20 minutes of talking, he just said he was going to leave. He grabbed a container of instant coffee, filled up the thing with water, and then just
Was your mom there to witness this?
No, she was in bed.
Okay. Because she told me about it. You sure she wasn't there when the container of coffee came out?
Well, she gave the container of coffee to him. I remember that.
Okay, remember I told you I wanted specific details, okay?
Okay.
That's something you left out. I don't want you leaving anything else out.
As my mom was going to bed, Mark asked about coffee, and then she was digging around in the cabinet and grabbed an instant coffee container that had about probably this much coffee left in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said he could have it.
Okay.
And then after that, we talked for a little bit, and then he filled up the container, started around, drank some, said he was leaving. I shook his hand again until I don't see him around.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got on his shoes and walked out the back door.
Walked out the back door?
Yes.
Okay. Where was Harley at this time?
He was in his room.
He was in his room.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Because as I was walking to get up from the table, he went into his room for a little bit. Because usually when Mom goes to bed, everybody else kind of follows and he goes to bed.
Okay. Where was Steven?
He was already in bed asleep, I believe.
Okay. And did he leave the kitchen?
He left before me and Mark started playing game of chess.
He left before that?
Yes.
Okay. So you're kind of all over the place. You know, you're not telling it step by step. I've got to pull you in on this stuff. I don't like doing that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then after that, after Mom went to bed, stayed up talking for a little bit like I just said, then he filled up the instant coffee container, said he was leaving, so I shook his hand and he walked out there, put his shoes on, and walked out the back door.
Okay.
And that's the last I'd seen him.
Where was Andrea?
Andrea, she was upstairs asleep.
Where was Deidre?
I don't know where Dee was.
And that's the last time you saw him?
That's the last time I saw him, yes. So after he left, I went down to my room about 1 o'clock, and then I fell asleep after I fed my rabbit and watched a little TV.
Okay. At what time do you think he left?
It was probably about 12:30.
12:30? So what did you do from 12:30 to 1 o'clock?
We sat there and talked.
Who?
Me and Mark.
All right, he left at 12:30, you said. You went to your bedroom at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, he was getting to leave at 12:30, and then we started talking again for like 15 minutes, and then he said he was leaving. About 12:45, 12:50, he walked out the back door, and I went down to my room. I sleep in the basement.
What did you guys talk about?
We talked about football pros and how bad the teams were doing, and how bad some of the teams were doing, and some of the teams were good, and that they called the lost Peyton Manning and how good of a quarterback he was, and his brother's starting to catch up to him. That was about it.
Okay. And you went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next noise you hear?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Okay. Do you have any kind of disabilities?
Do I?
Mhm.
I do have clubfoot.
Okay. Any mental disabilities?
Not mental, no.
Okay. You make
I don't.
decent grades?
Yes, I do. I actually graduated as a junior.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to tell you what, you got inconsistencies with some of the stories you're telling.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You want to be straight with me this time?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. For about 9:45, we had to close at 9:30. I was cleaning up, and then Nyla, my store manager, I think you met her. She was the lady who was the blonde little lady, old lady. And then she said, you can go ahead and leave. Steve's going to be here. Steve's her husband. And she said she wanted me to go catch my bus. So I walked out the back door of Licks. I walked across the mall parking lot to the back, to the Dillage wing. You wait for the buses. And then I got on the Lawndale bus. The Lawndale bus. It took me all the way around Walmart. And then we went back around to the mall on Lincoln, and then we took down Green River, and then we turned into the Lawndale area. Then I got off the bus. I waited for every bus to get there except for the Riverside bus. The Riverside bus is always the last one to get through. Then after that, I got on the bus. We left. We went down South Green River, turned on Riverside, and then started letting people off. Some people got on. Then we got to my stop. I got off. I started walking home. I walked in, seen Mark sit at the kitchen table after I'd hugged my mom and told her that I loved her and told her that I was home. He was eating a bucket of macaroni salad, and he was sitting there talking to Steve and talking to Mom, having a good time. I sat down at the table at the opposite end, and then Steven, after he got done throwing those cards around or whatever, he left. Me and Mark started playing a game of chess. And then Harley walked in, grabbed started cleaning up a little bit because this is a kitchen. He grabbed a Sunny D, went to the living room again. About 25, 30 minutes after he had left, we were sitting there playing the game still. About half an hour it took, and Mark surrendered because he couldn't see the board anymore. Then after that, we started talking about football pros and how bad they're doing, how good some of the teams are doing, how the Colts have lost Manning, and how Eli is starting to catch up to him. And then he said he had to leave. Crap. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I've never dealt with this stuff before.
Well, I'll tell you, you're dealing with something here that I think you're being withholding a little information.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never dealt with any of this stuff before.
Okay. Well, you need to deal with it straight up, okay? Be honest. It's the best way to do this. Okay?
Was this true?
Okay?
Okay. And before we started playing the game of chess, my mom said that she was going to bed, and Mark had asked her to go make more coffee, and she was rummaging around in the little cabinet, and she said, here, you can have this instant coffee, about that much left. And after we were starting to play the game some more, and then he surrendered, and he filled up the instant coffee maker, the instant coffee, started around, I started talking a little bit as soon as we got to the back door. I shook his hand again, told him goodbye, see him around. Then he walked out the back screen door. I seen him put his shoes on. I washed them. Walk out the back door. Then I went down to my room, fed my rabbit, watched TV, and went to sleep. That's the last I'd seen.
Harley. You said earlier, Harley's door shut. After you went to bed. You're leaving out some stuff, all right? I've been patient with you. It's time to tell it all. It's time to be honest. You understand we know more than what you think?
Oh, I already know, yeah. I have a feeling you guys already know more than I think, because you guys are detectives.
What do you think we know?
Well, I think you know what happened to Mark. And I think you don't know necessarily what happened. Not like all what happened. I know you guys know the exact time and dates he was there, and some of the stuff that he has done within that past week. That's about all I know.
What do you mean some of the stuff that he's done in the past week?
Well, from what he had told me in the interview that I had with him, that there was no possible way that he could have been there on the 16th because he had known where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all I know.
Well, let me jump in here. You told me in our interview, which is taped, that Harley was wanting to try to play chess with Marcus, that he was asking him to play chess. You never mentioned that once so far. You also told me after you went to bed that you heard Harley's door shut shortly after that as he was going to bed. You never said that. You said he walked out the back door, okay, and then right there as you're saying he walks out the back door, that's where you're hesitating and that's where the lie starts. Because you want to know why? Because when you're remembering your bus ride, you're remembering all this stuff, man, you're looking to the right, which is drawn from memory. As soon as you get to the back door, you're looking left with your eyes and everything else. You're lying. I mean, that's where you're starting to make up the story. That's where you're fabricating it at. Okay? An interesting comment you made a while ago. I haven't dealt with this before. Well, no, you haven't dealt with this before. Because if you are, then we got a real problem. So, this is the deal. William, we know what happened. We know who did it. And we know that you're part of it.
How am I part of it?
Well, we know this. Now.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
And so you're a part of it by withholding information. That makes you a big part of it. All right?
Okay. I thought like I had done something physically to him. I mean, I don't harm my family at all.
We're not saying you did hurt your family, but we're saying that you're part of it because you know what's going on and you're not helping us out. Okay? Here's the deal. You keep leaving Harley out of this whole equation right now. But I got earlier when we talked, you was all about, you know, Harley's doing this, Harley's doing that, Harley's doing that. Have you and Harley talked since the last time we just talked to you all just a few minutes ago, or a few hours ago?
Not really.
Not really. What'd you talk about when you get to talk?
Well, you didn't really talk about anything. I was helping him find his phone because he had lost it.
Well, there's a few things as far as, there was some property missing, obviously. Are we going to find anything in your bedroom, anywhere around your house?
No.
That belongs to Mark?
Not that I know of, no.
Did Harley and Mark get into a physical confrontation?
No. Not from what I know.
They didn't.
Not from
What you're saying. Not from what you know. What about from what you've heard?
I haven't really heard anything. I didn't hear any noises after I went to bed. I didn't hear anything.
We're talking about if Harley told you anything after the fact.
Oh, no.
Did anybody?
No.
William, here's the deal. Like I told you earlier, you know, about people helping us out and people not. Man, you're gonna end up hemming yourself up in this. Okay, by withholding information and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to cover up for somebody and if you're trying to keep something secret,
I'm not trying to cover up.
just listen and hear me out, okay? If you know something, if I don't care if it's Harley done something, I don't care if it's, you know, Andrew, I don't care who it was, and you know about it, you know, and this ends up turning south, then you know you can get in trouble for this, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you're wanting to come clean, right now is the time to come clean, and, I mean, with the Detective Antwin sitting here talking to you, there's so many inconsistencies in your story right now that I have a hard time believing anything you're saying. Honestly, I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
So, why would I want to sit here and believe you when you're so inconsistent?
I'm changing the story.
Yeah, you're inconsistent, you're leaving parts out, you're changing the story. I mean, you're fabricating. I mean, I can tell by looking at your eyes, you're fabricating parts of this up. Right when you get to the point, he walked out the back door. That's when you start fabricating it. Everything else, I believe, happened that night. Like I told you earlier, when I interviewed you earlier, I said, you know, hey, man, I believe you all sat down and played chess. I believe the coffee. I believe everything else. I do not believe that after he walked out this back door, that was the end of everything. Okay? Something happened that night. And we know what happened that night, and it happened around that residence. Someone in that residence is involved. You are involved now because
I'm withholding information.
you're withholding the information. Now, do you want to be involved in the crime?
No, I don't.
Then you need to start telling us everything you know, because you're not telling us everything you know.
Do you want me to start from?
I want you to tell me what part you're leaving out, what happened that night, what you heard, and everything. I don't care what you tell me as of right now. You understand that?
Yes.
Because the only thing you're going to do is, if you tell me everything, is help yourself out. You're not helping us out no more. We already know everything now.
Yeah.
You didn't do this to me earlier. You didn't give me everything earlier. So we went, like I told you, we started an investigation. We did everything ourselves. So, yeah, I mean, as far as you helping me out, you've not done it so far. The only way you're going to change my mind in this whole deal is if you tell me verbatim what's happened. Because as of right now, man, your eye contact, you got way too much eye contact. I mean, this is not normal. Okay?
Yeah.
You staring a hole right through, Detective Ventland the whole time you've been talking to him, that's not normal. Okay? You're staring at me the whole time, that's not normal. Okay? We can pick up on your body language, all your deception and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I'm telling you, if, somebody threatened you, not to tell us or whatever, man.
Nobody's threatening me.
Well, promise you, threatened you, coerced you, anything.
Honestly, I don't know what I'm withholding. I mean, honest.
You agreed with us that you were withholding something.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, because I'm just I want this case to end because I'm trying to help you guys figure out what happened. You guys already know what happened. I understand that. I really do. And for you guys to believe that I'm withholding something...
Well, you said earlier, in an earlier statement,
Okay.
you heard Harley's door shut after you went to bed. Is that true or not true?
That's true, because after Mom goes to bed, usually everybody else, because she tells everybody else to go to bed, everyone retires to their rooms, I heard doors shut, and then after the chess game was when everybody else was already in their room. After that, it was just me and him in the kitchen. He filled up his instant coffee container, and then he just walked out the back door. We talked a little bit more, shook his hand, and then he went out after he put his shoes on. He went out the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he went out the back door, I don't know what happened because I had retired to my room, and after I hit my bed, I fell asleep.
Where's Harley's door come into this?
Harley's door, okay. After Mom had told everyone to go to bed, I heard door shut. I seen Stephen go into his room, and then I heard Andrea and Kara. They were walking upstairs, and then I heard Harley coming through the hallway. I heard his door shut, and then soon after that, about 5-10 minutes, Mark surrendered in a game of chess. Shook his hand. We got up on the table. I walked around. I got something to drink. Then I sat back down at the table, and then he sat back down, and then we started talking about the football pros. Then soon after that, he got back up. He filled the instant coffee container with water. And I shook his hand again. I saw him, see him around, and he walked out the back door. And after he did that, I watched him leave and everything. After he did that, I walked down to the basement. I fed my rabbit. I went to bed.
Still, you have not answered my question. You said in an earlier statement you heard Harley's door shut after you went to bed. Is that true or not true?
Harley's door shut after I went to bed.
After you went to your room?
No, it's not true.
Not true.
Okay, you told me that on an earlier recorded interview, and we hit that fact. Then when I asked you that question just not even 5 minutes ago, you said yes, that's what happened.
You ever go down to river camps?
No.
Never been there in your life?
No.
Never. Did your sisters go?
What do you mean river camps?
Down in Weinbach?
Oh, no. I've never been down there.
Never?
No.
Has your sisters been?
Probably Deidre, because she said she was going camping down by the river a couple times with her friends.
Okay. Harley ever been down there?
No.
You're sure?
From what I know about Harley, no. He hasn't told me anything about that.
What about the mud on your shoes there?
That's from doing yard work yesterday. I do yard...
Let me see the bottom of your shoe. Pull it off if you don't care.
What kind of yard work do you do?
these are my work shoes, so I wear them to work, and sometimes after I get off work, my grandma's boyfriend comes to pick me up. I'm over their lawn, dust is flying everywhere, and then yesterday I was in the landscaping, picking up weeds out of the landscaping, and dirt was getting all over them, and we have a chicken coop out back, as you know, and I walk in there and I feed them, and they'll kick dirt up on my shoes and all the other stuff.
So once Harley went in his room, you're going to stick to that story that he never came out?
From what I know, from what I remember,
Yeah.
yes, he never came out.
Do you feel like you're involved in something really big here?
Well, yes, I do feel like I'm involved because, according to what you guys are saying, I mean, changing up the story a lot, I'm withholding information, but I don't know what the information is. I mean, I'm telling you everything that I know. It may be like a different way of telling it. I'm telling it a different, like, sequence, but I'm telling you all that I know.
Okay. Has Mark ever rode in your van?
Not that I know of. Like I said before, he does not trust motor vehicles or anything like that. He usually walks.
Has Mark ever been in the van?
Not that I know of.
Now, if I go down to the river camp, am I gonna find that shoe print anywhere?
Probably not. So I've never been down to the river camps any day of my life.
What do you mean, probably not? I'm not gonna find that shoe print.
Because there are shoes like this all over Evansville. It's not necessarily gonna match up to mine.
Well, I'm pretty sure yours is only patent number 7,846,493 with a size 10 with a wavy sole pattern, wavy airspeed.
I promise you, you will not find any footprints of mine down at the river camp. I promise you that.
Well, you probably know you're gonna promise me. Man, I'm telling you,
I know.
it ain't working.
Something's troubling you, more than you're telling us. I can see it.
Hey, get it off
Something's
your chest.
bothering you.
Get it off your chest.
So you guys are just interrogating me constantly.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's getting on my nerves.
Okay.
What you need to get it off your chest.
I know, I'm not involved in this.
Who is? Who's involved in it?
Nobody I know of.
Did Harley do something to him?
No, not that I know of. Because after I went to bed, I went to sleep, I don't remember anything. I don't remember, after I go to bed, I just black out, I just wake up. Not like necessarily black out, but I just go to sleep, and when I'm really tired, I'm a heavy sleeper.
William, you said in an earlier statement also that you didn't think you could pass a polygraph. Do you think that's true, that you couldn't pass a polygraph?
But as nervous as I get when I'm put on the spot.
It doesn't matter, it accounts for that. It accounts for that. Polygraphs are good. They'll tell if you're lying or not. Okay? I don't know what you know about them, but they'll tell you. They'll tell us if you're lying. Do you think you could pass a polygraph on everything you told us?
Yes.
About not knowing anything more about Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
You told us everything you know about Marcus.
Everything that I know of from the standpoint. I'm already going to tell you. Because when you guys were talking to Mom alone,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I was sitting in the living room, and I heard you guys talking about the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I already know he's dead.
Okay.
Okay. That's all I know from that part. Heard you guys talking about the funeral, and the plans to be made for it, and that he's in Madisonville.
Okay.
Anything from that about Mark, I do not know. I know that he has mental issues, and that he does not like riding in vehicles.
How did he die?
I don't know.
No idea?
No. I also know that he was found in the river.
How'd you know that?
Because when I get updates on my phone, it says a man was found in the river. I looked at it, and it looked like it could have been him, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You saw a picture of him?
I didn't necessarily see the picture, but I got the notification on my phone that had said a man was found in the river. This is while I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
Because it went off, and I was on break. I looked at it. The thing popped up, and then as soon as I seen it pop up, I clicked it off, because I was going back to work at that time.
Okay. Did you know it was Marcus at that time?
No, I did not know it was Marcus, that it was found in the river. I know he'd gone missing, and that I honestly thought he was still alive at that point.
How'd you know he went missing already?
Because Mom had told me.
The day that you got that text, that notification, your mom told you he'd already been missing.
No, this was okay. He had come out before he started coming at my job and asking me these questions. He'd come out, ask me these questions about Marcus. I had told him that day I was heading into work. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I was heading into work around. I'd be there at 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So we left at, he left about 11:15-ish,
Okay.
I believe. And we left at 11:30. Took me to work, and I was there for a couple hours, took a break. I seen it pop up on my phone, I clicked it off. It said, man was found in the river. And
The day I saw it, talk to you?
it popped up that day. And after that, I had gone back to work.
Can you pop that up on your phone?
I don't believe that I can, because I tried looking for it earlier. Either I heard you guys talking about the funeral.
Okay. What popped up?
I'll show you.
No, I mean, the news organization or what? Or a
It's,
friend?
14 WFYE.
That's the one you would have come up on? Okay.
I can show you guys what I use, but
No, I know about it, okay? I know about the 14, how they can send the news alerts out. But you
Yeah,
know what?
that's-
That news alert would have come out either on Sunday or Monday. I talked to you Wednesday. Okay?
yeah.
The news alert wouldn't have come out then. It would have already happened. So you understand, there's conflict here, real
Yeah,
conflict.
I really do understand.
Because you're already saying that there was Marcus in the Ohio River. How you know he's in the Ohio River? I never said nothing about it.
I mean, I just took a guess. I don't necessarily know.
You said a while ago, you knew.
I
said, I
said
knew that was Marcus.
I said it could have possibly been. I didn't say I knew for a fact.
A while ago, when Detective Van asked you, is there anything else you know? You said, all I know is he was found in the Ohio River. That's all you said. That was your exact statement.
I went off of this because I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that notification pop up on my phone.
Man, you're going to end up hemming yourself up bad.
Oh my god. I fucking hate this. I'm not involved in this anyway.
Who was involved in it?
Earlier you told us you were.
How was I involved in?
You said you were involved.
Okay, I talked to him. Okay, look, I'll start from the beginning and I'll give you exactly everything that I know.
Is it going to be the same story we've already heard?
Yes, possibly. Oh my god.
Okay, look. I want to know what happened to Marcus. I think at one time you cared about him, all right? And you still care about him, all right? I need to find out what happened to him. We need to know. We need to know how much you're involved in this. We need to know if you're the one that harmed him.
I'm not the one that harmed him.
Do you know who did?
No, I don't.
I think you're leaving something out.
I don't know. I'm being serious. I'm telling the truth, man. I don't know who harmed him. After he left, I don't... Oh, my God. I honestly do not know who harmed him. I honestly don't.
Who do you think would harm him?
I don't know who would have. Anyone in the house? Is that what you're asking? If anyone in the house would have harmed him?
I left that open to you.
No,
You brought up in the house. Did somebody in the house harm him? What about your dad?
He wouldn't harm Mark. He wouldn't.
Your mom?
No. Nobody in the house would harm him.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Harley?
Nobody. Not even him.
Are you scared of Harley?
No, I'm not.
Pretty big fella.
He is pretty strong. I know. But he's about my size in height, about a couple more pounds, and he can lift as much as I can. I'm not scared of him.
Are you afraid of what might happen to him?
I care about him because he's my brother.
Do you care what's going on? I mean, are you scared of going to jail?
Me?
Mhm.
I'm scared freaking shitless because I'm getting in your questions about something that I even have trouble remembering myself. Because from the stories I've been telling you guys, I've told you guys different stories.
Has Harley talked about jail before to you?
He's been locked up in DOC and stuff like that because he's a priority 3 foster kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's the highest
Yeah, we know.
threat.
Yeah.
And he's always talked to me about being there and being in other locked-up facilities, but he hasn't talked about harming Mark in any way. He hasn't even talked about Mark.
Did he talk about harming anybody?
No.
Oh, I know. He said there told me earlier he brags about fighting and everything else.
Well, from what I know, he's not going to harm anybody around my house.
Okay. He talks about fighting and brags about it, correct?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Does he ever brag about choking anybody, punching anybody, kicking anybody
No.
specifically?
Just fighting itself.
Okay. What does he brag about? What about fighting?
He just loves to fight. He doesn't necessarily say anything about like what he loves. He just loves to avoid pain on people.
He likes to inflict pain on people.
From fighting, yes.
Does he have any kind of resource, any kind of money? Does he work?
No.
Well, do you see him buying anything?
No.
What about you? Have you bought anything pretty expensive in the last couple of weeks?
Have I?
Mm-hmm.
I paid my phone bill.
Last couple of weeks?
You know, the most expensive thing that I've bought in these past couple of weeks is my cell phone case, which cost $32.
How much is your phone bill?
$75. If I don't go over.
Okay. Here's the deal. You say you like Marcus, right?
Yes.
He's a family member, basically.
Yes.
All right.
Technically.
How long you known Harley?
How long have I known Harley? A couple of weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
You get to know a person pretty well in a couple weeks?
No.
You're right. You don't. Okay. Now you got to decide who you're wanting to help here, okay?
I want to help Marcus.
Okay. If there's something you know, you need to tell us right now.
I don't know anything else.
You just told us that Harley likes to fight, but Harley wouldn't hurt him.
He wouldn't hurt him. Harley only fights people if they pose a threat to him. If they get into his face, he only fights people that get in his face.
All right, I'm going to tell you, we don't go after people
I know.
that are innocent, okay? We may for a while, but we get on the right track, and then we go after the guilty people. You understand that? The last thing I want to do is throw somebody in jail that's innocent.
Yeah.
All right? You understand me?
Yes.
I don't want to do that. That would go against all my beliefs. But I need to know what happened and what you really believe about Harley, because I don't think you're being honest about Harley. You're really not. You know he's capable, and he's probably got the attitude to hurt somebody.
He does have the attitude to hurt somebody. From what I've seen, yes, he does.
Okay.
He gets mad really easy. I've seen that too.
Okay. And he was agitating Marcus that night, wasn't he?
Not that I can recall, no.
You said that in a statement. What was the exact quote?
How was I?
He was trying to, I believe, trying to get Marcus to play
He was
chess.
Okay.
He was aggravating him, or he was aggravating to play Marcus in chess, but they was playing at the time, and by the time the game got over, Harley and went to the living room. And shortly after that, I went to sleep, and shortly after I went to sleep, that I heard Harley's door shut. I believe it was pretty well the statement that you gave earlier. I can rewind the tape and show you for sure. But
Harley ever get out and drive the van?
No.
He's not supposed to. Listen, covering for him just makes it more difficult.
I understand that. I really do. But I don't foresee him doing any of that stuff. He wants to make it in the house. He wants to make his life good.
Okay.
one and two is two different things.
I'm not going to tell anybody anything, what you're going to tell me next, okay? But I want you to be honest with me. Debbie's not going to find out. Ron's not going to find out. Nobody's going to find out.
Okay.
I want to know what Harley's done wrong in that house.
Harley has, him and my big sister, they clash because they have bad attitudes at times. They clash at times and he gets mad and he'll just leave the room, leave the room and go to his room, cool off about 15 minutes, and he'll come back and he's happy-go-lucky.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he is.
So he's never done anything wrong in that home. The guy that has a troubled past, like him, been in so much trouble, he's an angel in your house. I don't believe that for a second. I think you're still covering for him, and I'm getting fed up with it. You need to tell me what he did wrong. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to squeal him out. I want to know what he's done wrong in that home. All right?
The only thing he's done wrong is get smart with my sister constantly.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. He does all his chores.
He does all his chores.
He doesn't smoke cigarettes,
He
weed.
doesn't smoke. He may smoke weed, but I'm not for sure.
All right, let's expand on that. How might he smoke weed? How might you suspect that?
When he first came here, he has said he smokes weed. He has said he would love to do it again, and he said if he knew somebody, he would go get some right now.
Okay. And you know what I'm going to do about that? Nothing. I don't care. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't care. What else has he done wrong in that home? He's not an angel. I know he's not an angel.
I know he's not. He's got a troubled past. I know that he's been in lockup. He's been in lockup since he was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But other than that, when we start with my sister and talking about smoking weed, obtaining it, and doing all this other stuff with weed, I don't know.
You don't know.
I do not know.
He's not done anything else wrong. He's not snuck out at night.
Not from what I know. At all.
What do you suspect?
Why you have to bite your lip when you talk?
My lips are dry from talking.
No, you had to bite your lip to give that statement just now.
You're qualifying your answers. It's not working for me, okay? He's done some stuff wrong in there, I know. I know he's done some stuff wrong. What else has he done wrong? What about him and Andrew? Tell me about that.
Him and Andrew get along really well.
How well?
I mean, they do hold each other's hands and all this, but they're not allowed to date or do anything like that.
They're of age where they're going to be thinking about other exploits.
No, no.
What do you know?
I know they're going to be thinking about other exploits. They're going to find ways to get around.
Have they found other ways that you suspect?
Not from what I suspect, no.
Really? To hold hands and
from holding hands? I mean, he'll walk up to her in the bag and hug her, put his head on her shoulder, and every once in a while I'll see them hold each other's hands. That's about it.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So get your blinders on from then on, everything else. That's what you're saying? I don't believe that. I think you see what goes on there. I know you see what goes on there. And he's done some things probably shouldn't. They may not be illegal, but he shouldn't be doing them. Am I right?
Yes.
What are they?
Like what he's done in the house?
Pardon?
Like what he's done in the house?
Yeah.
He gets mad, and when he gets mad, him and my big sister Deidre get into it.
You told me that.
Okay? And he just keeps going and going and going and going until he finally walks off.
Okay.
And after he walks off, he cools down.
Then he comes back. I know, you told me this, right?
Yes.
He's done more than that. A kid like him doesn't just stop. They keep doing stuff, all right? And they can't help themselves. It may not be their fault, all right? It may be the way they were brought up. But somehow, he's a troubled child, and he's caused some problems there, and I think you're still covering for him.
I'm not covering for him.
What else has he done wrong? I know you see some stuff.
Not that I know of.
He's never snuck out at night. Never left.
If he snuck out, I'm asleep.
Okay, so you don't know.
If he's done anything else, I'm asleep, because I usually go to bed around 10 to 12 o'clock. Usually it's 10.
Okay.
How's it 10 o'clock when you work all the time? Till 10?
That's only on the days I don't work. On the days I do work, I don't go to bed till about 11, 12.
Earlier you told me, our other interview, I think I read it on 3 times. What time was you home that night? You said 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 3 times you told me that. In a recorded interview in my car.
Mm-hmm.
That night you told me 10 o'clock. Now you're saying that you're not getting home till 11:30. That is an hour and a half difference.
What did I say, 11:30?
When?
Yeah.
A while ago when you just explained your bus ride across town, when you went to Walmart and
that was
you got another bus.
Thursday. You're wrong off what I told you about Saturday.
No. You told me the night that Marcus was there. We said the night Marcus was there. What time did you get home? You said 10 o'clock. That's what you told me. You said 10 o'clock. You said 11:45 is when he started walking out the back door. Okay, you didn't get home until 11:30. That's exactly what you said. You said around 11:45. Then you changed a while ago to 12:30. Then you changed it to 12:45. Then you changed it well, no, it was at midnight one time, and then you go to bed, you said at 12:30, then it turned into 1 that you went to bed, then I believe it was almost 1:15 that you went to bed. You said about 10 different time frames within an hour, 2-hour time period. That's what you said. You don't have to look at me, I wrote it down.
I believe you.
Man,
I know.
you know.
Do you have trouble telling the truth?
When I'm put on the spot, yes.
Okay, and you're put on the spot right now.
Exactly.
I'm having a real tough time. So I want to believe you, but there's something missing. There's something missing, I can tell. We can both tell.
Well, we wouldn't have you down here for no reason.
I know,
And
I understand.
I wouldn't have interviewed you so long in the car.
Yeah.
You seen how long it took me to interview everybody else in the car?
Yeah, it took me the longest.
Yeah. Usually almost like 45 minutes to interview or something like that in the car.
35, I looked at the...
35.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's the deal. We can either help you, or you're on your own. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, we're trying to help you. Now, you might not think that, you know, you might think we're here grilling you, you know, making you cry, making you do all this other stuff, you know? But we wouldn't be giving you the second chance if we didn't want to, okay? I had enough from the interview earlier to get warrants on you and put you in jail, okay?
Yeah.
He was the last person seen.
Yes.
I've got to, you know, something's happened to him, you know.
But
Hey.
if I'm the last person that's seen it, why does that make me a suspect?
Enough to get a warrant to bring you in, is what I'm saying.
I know.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to charge you with
I already
something.
know you guys think I'm a suspect because my hand's swollen and I'm fortifying the truth or
When
whatever.
did you figure this out?
Because you guys keep asking about my hand at the sign.
When?
Did you guys keep asking me about
Today
my
or
hand?
the last week?
What, that I'm a suspect?
No, about your hand.
You came in, okay, on the day that I worked, you asked about my hand.
I know, is that when you thought you were a suspect?
I thought I was a suspect after you took pictures of my hands.
Okay. Suspect of what?
That I did something to Mark,
Mm-hmm.
or helped in any way to possibly kill Mark. Well, kill now, but harm him in any way at that point. I thought, I even broke down and cried at work, because you guys came and took pictures of my hands. That's when it clicked. You guys think I'm a suspect to what has happened.
Well, you know what? I really do after that statement, because not one time either one of us said anything about killing.
Oh my God, really?
No,
What the shit, man?
not one time. You just brought that up on your own.
I don't want to go to...
Your one said he's found the high river. Your one now, you're saying he's killed.
Oh my God.
It's time for honesty.
All we're doing is an investigation.
I know you guys are.
We're doing an investigation concerning Marcus.
We're looking out for Marcus right now.
I know you guys are. I'm trying to help him too. If I did anything to harm him, I don't know. Honestly, don't.
You're giving us a lot of information that usually a completely innocent person wouldn't do.
If you did anything to harm Marcus, you really don't know, is what you just said. What kind of statement is that?
Because after what you guys are saying, you think I did something to Marcus.
That's what you just said. If I did anything to harm Marcus, I don't know.
I did not harm Marcus in any way possible. After
No,
he left,
that's
I
all
went
you
to
just
sleep.
said.
My gosh. I don't... I'm trying to help too, but I'm trying to help for my safety now, and you guys are just drilling me.
It's for your safety.
I know it is.
Pardon?
I said I know it is. If I wasn't here right now, I'd probably be in jail. I realize that. Because you said you could have brought a warrant to bring me in. And all this other stuff. But I don't know what else happened after he left. That's the thing.
Why did you leave that night, later that night?
I did not leave later that night.
You sure about that?
I'm positive I didn't leave later that night.
So I ain't gonna have you on camera at the store, right through. Point right
Gas
towards.
station.
Yep. pointing right toward Riverside Drive. I'm not gonna have you on the camera driving down the road, or riding in a vehicle down the road.
Right? I did not ride in a vehicle. There's no possible way.
I'm not gonna have you driving a vehicle then.
No.
Or walking.
No. Possibly walking, yes. But okay, that night, it was that night or a couple nights after that, I had walked down to the Career gas station and got a 12-pack of RC Cola.
After you supposedly went to bed.
I said either that night or a couple nights before, or after.
So, when I got you on camera down there, that would be the night that Marcus was there. You went to bed after Marcus was there, and then you left, and we got some RC Cola, maybe? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'll be honest, I have terrible memory when it comes to time and date.
You have a terrible lying problem, is what you got.
I know. Honestly.
You have a very terrible lying problem, because you know what? You're lying about this right now. Because, you know, I just called you out on that, and you're the one that's sitting there saying that you left and went and got RC up the road. But that's not what you're telling me, okay? You're sitting there saying Marcus walked out the back door, I went to bed, then Harley's door shut, now Harley went to bed while you was playing chess, then you start, you know, I didn't go nowhere that night, I went straight to bed and I blacked out. But I don't really black out, but I'm a sound sleeper is what you said. But now you're saying, you know what, I went down the road and got me a 12-pack RC, and then came back to the house.
Oh my God. I honestly do not know if I did something, I do not know about it.
Well, maybe you did something to him you don't know about it. You ever think about that?
Yes.
So you could have harmed Marcus and not know anything about it.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you're saying? Like, could you have harmed Marcus on accident, playing around with him or something and hurt him? Could you have done that?
Yes, I didn't play around with him. I played a game of chess, we talked, and we left.
Could you have done that? Because you don't know anything that you're doing right now, apparently. After 11 o'clock at night, could you have hurt Marcus on accident? Could you have hurt Marcus on accident? Answer the question. Could you have hurt Marcus on accident?
After I went to bed?
Oh, after you went to bed and we went and got RCs, whenever.
Okay, when I go to bed, I have time sleepwalking, but by the time I went to bed, he was down the street. I don't walk that fast. I have club foot.
Could you have hurt Marcus on accident?
Yes, I could have. But I know for a fact I didn't.
William, if this was an accident, if something happened and it's an accident, okay, it's an accident. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. If someone else did something and it was an accident, we can work with that. I told you that a while ago.
Yes.
If this is a stone cold malicious act, we're going to work on it different. You understand that?
Yes, I understand it.
You're telling me right now you could have harmed Marcus and not known about it.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure if I harmed somebody, I'd know about it in any way, shape, or form. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay? You're telling me you don't know. What happened? There's something you're not telling me. There's a part you're leaving out.
Call it in my memory.
Why can't you call what you did to him?
I didn't do anything to him.
You're telling me right now you could have.
I could have.
Yeah.
Well, for a fact, I didn't.
I ain't gonna sit here and make a statement to you that I could have done something if I know damn well and good I didn't do it. But you're telling me that you could have done it.
Oh my gosh.
If it was an accident, we need to know.
I don't remember anything after I fell asleep. That's the thing.
Apparently you remember going against some RCs. I went to 12-pack RCs.
Okay. It was either that night or a couple nights after that. I got home from work. I was working the weekend shifts, you know.
Notice how your attitude changes?
Oh my God.
What about the attitude change at the home the last few weeks?
What do you mean attitude change?
I talked to everybody there at the house. I said, you've had an attitude change the last about 3 weeks. Or the last few weeks is what I was told. You've had a bad attitude.
So I'm constantly tired.
About the rabbit cage earlier today, you know, where you crushed like a $200 rabbit cage and threw that back.
I took it apart.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I put that out because my buddy wakes up in the middle of the night and the fact that we're moving to the new house on Lincoln, where we plan on moving to, my room's small, I can't have a big giant cage. So I took it apart, I set it outside for someone to take.
How much easier it is to talk about something like this that you actually really did and you know, than
Yeah.
the other stuff that you're trying to fabricate. It's a lot easier to talk about that, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then when I go back to something else, then that's when you get all hemmed up and start crying and get all emotional. Remember earlier when I asked you about the DNA, if I could find any of your DNA on Mark?
Yes.
What was your answer?
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Okay, let me re-ask you the question. If I go and take Mark, and I, lift all the DNA off of him, all over his body, clothes, everything else, where could I find your DNA at on Mark?
On his hand, the back of his shirt, because I patted him on the back of his shirt and I shook his hand after the chest match.
Am I going to find it anywhere else?
No.
Are you positive about that?
Yes, I'm positive.
I'm not going to find your fingerprints anywhere.
No.
You realize that stuff stays on there for a long time, right?
I realize it does, yes.
Okay.
Each person has their own set of fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
I realize that too.
And I'm going to tell you, honestly, what I believe,
So I did it.
something's happened and it was an accident, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say you did it. I'm going to say an accident happened, and then everybody freaked out, and then nobody knew what to do, okay? And about 3 of you trying to cover up for each other. This is the deal. If the first one that cracks is going to be the lucky duck. The second one that cracks might be all right. The third one definitely ain't going to be all right. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you want to talk about going to jail and everything else, wait till you're number 3. Then you're going to see a lot of jail time. Number 1 might be lucky. Right now, you're not number 1. Something's happened to him. I know something's happened to him. You know something about it. And you need to tell us, because I'm telling you right now, William, right now you're 18 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you. If something is screwed up, someone screwed up, you know about it, you've done something, or might have done something, but you really don't know, which I ain't believing that by no means, by the way. If you've done something, or know about it, man, I'm telling you, you want to be the first person to come forward. Because right now, what we're going to do, we already had your mom down here earlier talking to her. You know that. Okay? Right now, she's going to help us the most. You can be there too. We're down there talking to Deidre right now. I'm sure she's going to help us. You're not helping us at all. And we're going to interview everybody in the house. We're going to interview the whole family. We're going to interview everybody on the block. We're going to interview the people at the Kangaroo Store. We're going to review everything. We're going to go down there and we're going to pull all the videos and everything else and see if you and Marcus were down there at the Kangaroo Store.
I didn't go anywhere with him that night.
Well, if Marcus was down there at the Kangaroo Store, then you walked in right there after him. They'd say you went together.
I didn't go anywhere that... Oh my gosh. I'm trying to keep my emotions under control. With crying, so with it.
Man, if you need to cry, let it off your chest, go ahead. I mean, if that makes you feel better, go ahead.
It doesn't. Because I'm getting interrogated for something I didn't do.
Well, so far you've sat here and told a bunch of lies on what you've done. That's what you're getting interrogated about, is all your lies and inconsistencies. Which you've agreed you're a bad liar and you have a lot of inconsistencies, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're getting questioned and grilled about it. Okay? We're grilling about all your inconsistencies. You're the one that cannot come up with a solution for that. Okay? Remember earlier when I told you, when your mom finds out you've been lying, she's going to grill you until you admit it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you finally admit it and get it off your chest and you feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Then you might get a spanking. Okay? That's kind of the same philosophy here. Okay? You're lying, you're lying about something. That's why we keep grilling you about it, to get it off your chest, make you feel better, help our investigation, you know, we'll deal with whatever later. But right now, we're dealing with this. And what we're dealing with is you lying, your inconsistent stories. And there's only one way to solve it. I mean...
Me tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, pretty well.
Do you want me to start from the beginning?
Man, I've already heard this story like 52 times about you playing chess. Okay? What I want to know is what happened supposedly when Marcus walked out the back door, which I've been told he left out the front door.
So I told you I left out the front door.
I said, I've been told that. I'm not going to tell you who I heard that from. I've been told that.
He left out the back because when he walked out to the garage, he put on his shoes and he walked out the side door right here and walked out that way. I seen him walk out the back door. Then I went downstairs to my room.
You seen him walk out the back door, or did you walk him to the back door?
We were talking, okay, you were talking about, I was talking about seeing him around again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he were to come, because he said he was walking from the east side to the west side, like he usually does. And I told him that I would see him when he comes back around to the side of the city. Then he got on, walked out the back door, put on his shoes, walked out the garage door, and then left.
So when did you shake his hand?
I shook his hand after the chess game, and after he left, because I shook it one more time.
After he left?
Or before he left.
When did you pat him on the back?
When I walked in the door.
When you walked in the door?
When I walked in the door to see my mom after I got home from work.
So you didn't shake his hand then, you just patted him on the back?
Patted him on the back after I walked in, gave him a hug.
You told me earlier you shook his hand and patted him on the back at the same time. Your statement earlier was, I always do that to people, I shake their hand and pat them on the back at the same time.
I didn't say I always do it at the same time. I said I always walk in, and when I see somebody I recognize, I pat them on the back.
And shake their hand.
I pat them on the back like this, and then after that I shake their hand. It's a formal greeting.
Okay. Earlier, I'd have to review the tape, but earlier I'm pretty sure that you said, I shake people's hand, pat them on the back at the same time. You kind of did a little motion like that while you was in the car. Because remember, I was like, well, how do you do that, you know? Because I asked you, you hug them or whatever, and you was like, oh, I just pat them on the back. Which there's nothing wrong with that, I mean, you know. Guys do it all the time to guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it to my buddies.
Yeah.
So, but...
You're just trying to figure out what happened from the chess game to when he left, pretty much.
No, from...
When he
you're
left,
saying that
figure out
he
what
walked out
happened
the back
to
door.
I know that. But you're trying to figure out what happened to him. But when he left, I had gone down to my room. I had fed my rabbit, and then I went to sleep. I'm telling the truth now, because I just now caught that I was lying when you resaid what I had said, or get the RC. So the day after that night, me and Harley went down to the gas station, got a pack of RC, came home. I split it 50-50, 6 cans each, with him and me, and went downstairs. And then I went to bed. The next night.
The next night? Harley wasn't there the next night. He was at his mom's on Friday.
He wasn't there all day.
His statement was he was at his mom's all day Friday.
Visitations only last for a couple hours. He wasn't there all day.
Man, I'm telling you.
When we get to the bottom of this, we will.
Wow.
Wherever it settles, okay? People that help us the most, in turn, help themselves. They really do, they help themselves. Something you really got to think about.
I am trying to help myself. I really am. I'm trying to help myself from not going to jail. And from what you guys are telling me, I'm probably going to be the one that's going to be getting the most.
When we leave this room, if we're still at this standstill, that's always a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
You want some time to think about it?
We're going to step out. You sit in here, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, talk to you. You need to do some real heavy thinking real quick.
Do some soul searching.
real heavy thinking.
2 grounds. You need to help Mark, help yourself. You know what I mean?
Nobody else matters in this besides you and Mark right now. You gotta look out for yourself, you gotta help Mark.
But I'm trying to help Mark.
No, we're done. You wait 5 minutes, we'll be back, okay?
You really need to think about this. You need anything to drink, Lee?
Some water, please.
I don't know if we have water. What about it? Coke be okay?
Sure.
Can you drink Cokes?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be back. Thanks. So would you rather have water or Coke?
Water.
Come on out. I'll drink right here. Go ahead and have a drink. Okay? Well, you any soul searching? And?
I'll tell you guys all that I know.
Okay.
Where do you want me to start?
Where we haven't heard anything before, where it's going to be new and fresh.
Okay.
The information we're looking for.
Information you're looking for. Okay, after when he walked out the door, I going downstairs. I found my money, and I did go to bed. I would look deep down, I did do that.
Did what?
I actually went, and I did honestly, and go to bed.
Okay.
Woke up the next morning. It was just a day off. I did my regular thing, hung out with the family, did all this stuff. Helped my mom with the chores and did yard work. And played poker with my family. After that, then you guys came to me about Marcus. You interviewed me at exactly 11 o'clock. In about 15 minutes, then my dad came out, and then you interviewed him for a second. And about 11:20 you left, so that would have to be work.
Okay.
On that day. Then I had worked that night with Nyla, count the doors at 9:45. She told me she don't want me to miss my bus, so I walked all the way back to the mall, like I told you before. After all that was said, then when I got home, I was sitting at the table. They were having a good time. He was eating macaroni salad, all that. Then I sat down with him. Then after my mom had said she was going to bed, me and Mark played chess. And then while we were playing, Harley came in and he was like, I can beat you all in chess. I can beat you all in 3 moves. Gloating about how well I know how to play chess. I told him that I would play with him the next game because Mark said he was about to leave after this. Then we played chess. I shook his hand. He sat down. I talked to him. I had smart pamphlets about animals I wanted to get when I had enough money. Started talking about some of the animals, then we started talking about football, as you know. And then after that, Holly did go into his room. And then Steven went to his room because they both kind of split the ends. And the girls went upstairs. After that, we walked over to the kitchen sink. He got a drink of water. He cleaned out his macaroni salad bucket. I gave him the rest of the instant coffee container that Mom said he could have. He filled it up, stirred it on instant coffee, and took a drink. We walked in the door, still talking. Shook his hand one more time. Told him that I would see him around. He walked out the back door. Then I went downstairs. It's exactly. I don't remember anything else after that.
What? I got one thing to say. What the hell are you talking about? Because you started off this story. As soon as we walked in here, I'm going to tell you everything that happened that night. I honestly went to bed. The next day I played poker with my family. And then we started when did you start this story? Because the next day you find folk with your family, then somehow you reverted back to when you was working 2 days before, and then you come home and Marcus is home, and then you coming back to this, and then you coming back to this, and you're saying you went downstairs and went straight to bed. That's all you remember. But a while ago you remember going downstairs and feeding your rabbit and everything else before you went to bed. And what's all that at?
You're all over the board. What you just told me doesn't make good sense to me.
At all. It was almost better before when you was lying your ass off to us than it is now. I mean, that didn't make no sense at all. Did it make sense to you?
I heard a tail end of the story than the start of the story.
Yeah.
After the tail end. Listen, I don't think you can help yourself. I don't think you can help yourself by what you're saying. Because you're talking in circles. It makes no sense. Let me ask you this. Is it possible there's something else that you just haven't told us that maybe you're kind of wanting to tell us?
It's possible, but I can't necessarily recall it.
You're talking in circles again. Let's just deal with what you know. Okay? No hypotheticals. Is there something else that you know about Mark?
No. I know I just lied right there about the yes thing, but I honestly do not know.
You just lied again too when you did that.
After he left, I don't know what happened though.
Okay, back up. When you were still there, something else happened.
When he was still there, something else happened.
Something else is going on here.
You just now brought up the Harley thing, Tom, and wanted to beat you on the chest and everything else that you told me, God, like 5 hours ago or something when we sat in my car talking. A while ago I brought it up, and you just kind of blew it off like nothing, but now you're saying it again. Man,
Would you really take the chance? I'm looking at this two ways. You're our guy that harmed him, no doubt about it. You're the evil son of a bitch that needs to go to prison forever, or you're helping somebody else. You're holding information back, helping somebody else. I think your loyalty is leaning towards someone else in this, and not Mark. Your loyalty needs to be for Mark right now. Maybe you did something wrong you should have done, and Mark wouldn't like you for it, but you know what? That's where we can deal with it. We can deal with it right now. If you keep holding back, and it seems like you're protecting somebody to me, it seems like it. You don't tell us the full story every time, and you talk in circles. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's something that you're not telling me, and I can sense it, I can tell it. And you understand, that's obstruction of justice.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay. All right. The very least, that's obstruction of justice. We get somebody in here and proves you're a liar, I'll come after you. I'll come after you. All right? If you tell me right now what's going on, let's work with it. We can work with it. Okay? I think you know more than you're telling us. I know you know more than you're telling us. I just know it. All your body language, the way you're answering, your mannerisms, we go to schools on this stuff. We learn this. Okay? And you're not telling us what we need to hear. You're just not.
Even if you didn't do anything to Marcus, and you're helping somebody by covering it up and not telling us, it's the same thing as you doing something to him. Now, if you want to live with that, that's on you.
Yeah, it's still obstruction of justice.
No. I'm talking moral value here. Morals. I'm not talking about criminal, I'm talking about morals. If you know something, and you're not going to tell us because you're too proud to say it, or you want to protect somebody, it's the same thing as doing something to him. You understand that?
I understand it, but I don't try to protect anybody.
Well, no. You said you wanted to help us out, you want to help Marcus out.
I want to help you guys out.
Well, you're not doing a good job of it. You are not doing a good job of it at all. And frankly, I'm kind of getting a little sick of the way you're talking around in circles and everything else. Because I've heard the same crap for the last almost 2 hours now of what you did that night, and more or less what you didn't do that night. I mean, man, you're so far out there in left field that I don't know if
forever going to be able to get the truth out of you, because you already admitted you're a compulsive bad liar. I mean, you admitted that more than one time. I mean, you're telling me you could have done something, you could have not done something. I asked you about your shoes. Yeah, they might be down there, shoe print like mine, down by the river, okay? Then you're saying he was killed. We never said he was killed. No one ever has said he's been killed. No one ever said he was in the Ohio River. You're the one that came up, well, yeah, I know he was in the Ohio River. Okay? You're the one that's giving us all the facts. You're giving us so many facts that, do you not think we can build a case against you?
With all the facts I've given you, she can build a case against me.
Okay, then why would we want to help you out?
Because you know that I'm innocent and you're wanting to...
No, I don't.
Yep.
Not at this point. At this point, I do not believe anything right now. You understand that? I'm neutral.
You think that I'm holding something that could help save
No, I know you are.
Okay, you know that I'm holding something that could save my butt and help Marcus's case.
No, I'm not saying save your butt. I'm saying help you. But you know what? It would be a great help to the whole family. Your family's tore up, okay? The whole Golike family, they're tore up. Brothers, sisters, everybody, okay, are tore up. We've had to go and do death notifications today, okay, and sit there and talk to people and watch them break down in tears and everything else. You think that's fun for us to do that?
No, it's not.
Okay, but that's what we've had to do. All day long we've been doing this. And we've been dealing with you for the last 2 hours, and you keep beating around the bush. Do you not think that we're getting a little perturbed about this? Okay, and you think you're getting perturbed and in here hitting your head and everything else as you're stress reliever and all that? Okay? Man, I'm telling you, this could have been over 2 hours ago. This could have been done earlier today. And we could have already been hauling our families, everybody else, everything could have been done. Here's the deal, okay? I don't know who you're protecting, I don't know what you got going on, I don't know what you're thinking in your head right now, but you need to be thinking one thing. Man, I need to help Marcus and I need to help myself. And that's what we told you before we walked out. We left you in here quite a while by yourself because we had stuff to do. We come back in here and you give us that runaround story again. How is that helping anybody?
It's not.
Exactly. So why would you even entertain that fact? I mean, you're not doing anything. You're not eliminating yourself as a suspect. You're not helping yourself out. You're not doing anything here. The only thing you're doing is digging a hole deeper for yourself because your inconsistencies, your lies, and everything else. That's all you're doing. I mean, all you need to do is tell the truth, exactly the truth, and we're the ones that determine is you lying or not. So far, we both determined you're lying. Hell, you determined yourself if you're lying. You're the one that keeps on saying, oh, I don't lie. I don't lie. I mean, how's that going to look in front of 12 people at a jury?
Not too good.
What's going to happen when you get up on the stand and you sit there and swear in testimony to this and you, oh no, hold on, sorry, prosecutor, I lied a while ago. Sorry, Your Honor, the judge. Sorry, 12 people out here, I lied a while ago.
It wouldn't work.
Okay, then why are you doing it now? That's what I'm saying. You're doing it right now. We're trying to help you. You're not seeing it in the family. You're trying to help someone else. Well, we're trying to help you. But I'm telling you, it's always the person that comes out on top is the one that tells the truth. And you're not doing it. I mean, if you want to go down, that's fine. That's all. Let me go down. That's all.
If you want to go to jail.
Hey, we're not talking about jail. We're talking worse than jail.
Okay, prison.
No, we're talking worse than prison now. Okay? We're talking a lot worse than just going to prison. Trust me. If that's what you want to do, you can do it.
It's not what I want to do.
Then why don't you help us? Why don't you tell me the truth? Because right now, you're just digging yourself in a deeper hole. That's all you're doing. By these lies, these inconsistent stories, and everything else, and you throw out these facts about him getting killed, him getting this and this. We've never said that. That's all you said. But it's all out of your mouth.
When I was sitting there, I heard you guys talk about the funeral.
So? People die every day, do they not?
Yes, they do.
Okay. I never said anything about him getting killed. I never once said anything about him getting killed to no one. You're the one that said that. brought that all up on your own.
You guys just want me to come clean so that way we can fix this over with. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole,
Earlier, when I went to go help Harley look for her cell phone, I did talk to him. I asked him what he said. And then apparently he told me that you slipped up and said that you were the last person to see him live.
no,
That's what he told me. That's what I went off of when I said he was dead. And the funeral.
I said he was the last person that seen him here, alive, as in he was here at the house. I never said he was killed.
That's what I got off of that. And then I heard talking about funeral or whatever, and then I just assumed that he was killed.
Even if I said he was the last person seen alive, he could have died of a car wreck. He could have walked down the road and got hit by a car.
Yeah.
You manifested up the killing yourself. How? Because you said he got killed. You said it already.
Okay, but I'm drawing clues together.
No, you're manifesting.
How am I manifesting?
That's what that is. You're manifesting it because you're getting information that you don't even have a clue what you're talking about. And you put it all together and you say, oh, he was killed, he was found in the Ohio River. I know that was him in the Ohio River because my God, the news alert said 4 days later. The news alert was Sunday or Monday it came out, and you're saying it happened on Wednesday, you got the text alert. And somehow you're relating something that happened Wednesday back from something that happened Sunday, and saying that the body was found and it was there for the markets and everything else. Is what you're trying to manifest this whole story up. And the reason why you're manifesting this whole story up is not to put yourself in the middle of it and to protect whoever you're protecting. That's exactly what you're doing. You're messing the story up, and we ain't buying it. And I guarantee you, you and Harley talked about more than just that. And when we talked to Harley after a while, I guarantee you he's going to tell us what happened. Because he's going to crack. He's the type of person that's going to crack and be a little baby. He thinks he's a big bad boy, but he's not. You might think you are, but you're not.
I know I'm not.
Well, you know what? I hope he does crack. And I hope he sits there and tells us the whole story. And you know what? I guarantee you he's going to say, well, you know what I told William? I guarantee it's probably going to come out of his mouth. And then what's going to happen? Oh, you're going to get hemmed, you're going to get hemmed up. That's what's going to happen.
And I'm going to get more trouble.
That's what's going to happen. He's going to crack and involve you in this. Now, the only thing that's going to save you from that is if you speak first. That's it. I don't know what kind of bond you two got going on. I don't care. I don't care if you think he's your brother. We don't even. He ain't your brother. He's simply staying there. He's using you, using your family. That's all he's doing. He sat there and told us earlier he's using you guys. As soon as he can get on his own, he's out. He's done. He's done with all of you.
He's got to wait 2 years though.
It don't matter if it's 2 years, 6 months. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's tomorrow. He might decide tomorrow he's done with y'all, and he might go somewhere else. That's what he does. He moves from home to home to home to home.
He's
so
old
he
enough
finds one he wants.
He can get emancipated right now.
Yeah.
He's old enough to get emancipated, be on his own, he can be an adult. And I'll tell you what, Detective Jones is right. What's going to happen is,
He's going to crack on me.
he's going to say, he's not necessarily going to crack, he's going to pass the buck on you. You did it. He's going to say you did it. And when he says you did it, guess what? We got to believe that.
Yeah.
If he comes in here and tells the same story and not changes anything, we got to believe him.
Because of all the stuff that I've done myself into.
Yeah, you haven't been consistent with us. If he's in here and consistent and points a finger at you and says you did it all, he just watched or heard about it, it's you. But that's still reversible at this point. You understand?
Yes.
It's still reversible because we've got you in here, we don't have him in here. Because you know what? His record shows that he can do something like this. His record does show that. Yours doesn't.
I don't have a record.
That's what I'm saying. Your record shows that you couldn't. You probably would not be the most likely person to do this. He, on the other hand, is very much so. He is. All right. That's why we got to know this. Now, knowing that, are you going to be the first one to give us the full story and the truth, or are we going to let Harley do it? It's your choice. It's your ball game. It's your choice right now.
We honestly, I mean, we really don't care. We're going to hear it. Yeah, we just want to know who we're going to hear it from first. We're giving you the opportunity to say it. But
you've known him 1 month. You don't know if he's a good guy or not.
yeah,
I'll tell you what. Knowing him a month, he can pull the wool over your eyes. He can BS you, and believe it. You've already started to see it the way he's into it with your sister, right? He's into it with your bigger sister. That's his true side, I think. All right. If somebody doesn't follow along with him, he's going to challenge him. All right. I think you can follow along with him, right? Yeah, I think you kind of follow along with him. You're kind of friends with him, right? He's the kind of person, I consider him like a sociopath. He can't really have friends.
He just chooses to do that.
Exactly.
He's using you right now.
He's using you as bad as it can be right now.
And you know what that thing is? You're letting him do it. You've been letting him do it all day long. That's the problem. You've been letting him use you. Now, it's up to you. Do you want to stand up for yourself, or do you want to continue him and let you use you? It's up to you.
Stand up for myself right now. I'm going to be truthfully honest with you right here. That night when we were playing chess, let's go back to that, I know. That we were playing chess, I don't even know what he did. I mean, he came in, he wanted to play chess, all this other stuff, and then he just left the room. I don't know what happened after that. I hadn't seen him for the rest of the night. Being dead serious. I did not see him for the rest of the night.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this? I'm getting so ticked off. You know what? When I talked to you tonight, you seem like a good kid that maybe have made a mistake. You don't understand how big a mistake you're making now. Your whole life hinges on this. Being truthful. Your whole life hinges on this.
I know it does.
No, you apparently are not getting it. Because when you lean up and say, you know what, I'm going to be truthful with you right now, I'm going to tell you everything. And then you turn around and say, well, I don't remember nothing. What's that? That ain't being truthful. That is not being truthful at all. You sat there and told me, all right, he went to his room earlier, I know that, he didn't come back out and everything else, and then later on, your story earlier was, I went to bed and I heard Harley's door shut. That's exactly what you told me, in the car. You said, you know, I heard he went to bed shortly after I did because I heard his door shut. Because I asked you, well, how did you know he went to bed after you did? Because I heard his door shut. That's what you told me earlier in the car. But now you're saying, Harley went to bed and I never seen you the rest of the night. Okay, you're getting there, and then, you know what, I'm trying to, like, push myself to the side here. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there that night. You're singling yourself out is what you're doing. That's all you're doing right now. Okay? That's not helping you out. Okay? All you're saying is that I went to bed. Okay? That ain't saying anything. That is not going to get you out of this fire. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay? You are in the fire. The only thing that's going to save you is we find out what happened to Mark. That's it. And, hey, you know what? What if Harley comes in here and says, you know, man, this is what happened. I woke up, got up, walked downstairs, or, you know, they was in there playing chess, I walked up, they was going to go out the back door, man, you know, William shoved him down the steps and beat the piss out of him. Okay? If he tells me that, tells, you know, Detective Bantam that,
I have to believe it.
Detective Mott, you know, why is that? 12 people on a jury that, everything else.
You'd have to believe it because what I've told you constantly took myself a whole.
Yeah. So, the only thing that's not, you know, that's going to save you is you tell us what happened and then we can prove it with evidence, stories, and collaboration, okay? That's the only thing that's going to save you. You understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be your word, I can guarantee against Harley's word. I can guarantee it.
Because of his record and what he's done.
No, because he's going to crack. He's going to sit here and tell us what happened. And he's going to implicate you in this somehow. Because I know, I can tell when I talk to you all, I talk to you and I talk to him separate, okay? And you're saying he's your brother and all this stuff. And you
said my brother's my foster brother.
You said a while ago, he's my brother. That was your exact statement. When I asked you, you said, yeah, he's my brother.
Yes, because I have to consider him my brother because he's a foster kid.
Okay.
I have to.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you might consider him your brother or whatever. He considers you as another person in the house. He ain't there for you. He's there for your sister. That's what he's there for. I mean, he is there, honestly, to flirt and do stuff with your sister and to mooch off you guys and live there as long as he wants to. And he's going to shag and go to a different house and do this exact same thing. That's what's going to happen.
Like he's done his whole life.
You don't see this right now. You think, oh, you know what, we're going to be tired, we're going to be buds. You know, I finally got a brother around my age and everything else. Okay? Man, I understand where you're coming from, okay? You've been in foster care, you've been around, you know, you finally have a family. They're treating you good, everything else. You don't want to disrupt that. I understand that, okay? You don't want the family to be broke up. I understand that. But you got to understand where you got to draw the line. Is it going to be your family, or is it going to be Harley?
It's got to be my family. I put my family first.
Okay, Harley is not a member of your family. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, I don't. Maybe we're getting through to you right now. Okay, your family is the people that adopted you, took you in, fed you, clothed you, everything else. Okay, you have a lot going for you. You work a lift. You've got a job. You've got possibilities. You've got everything going. You want Harley to drag you down?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want to succeed in life, but not be.
Well, right now you're letting Harley drag you down. Is what you're doing. You're letting Harley drag you underneath the bus with him, and you're doing it to yourself. We cannot sit here and change your mind, apparently, because, we've been trying to get you to be honest with us, which ain't going to happen, because you're a compulsive liar. You admit this. So, I mean, man, I'll tell you what, I won't believe the first person tells me the truth. Now, whether it's exactly the way it happened, don't know. But Harley's told you something. He slipped up. He said something. You know about it. You don't want to give it to us for some reason because you're afraid either you're going to get kicked out of foster care and end up in jail. Harley's going to end up in jail because you care about him. You don't want to see him because you already said this is the last stop and everything else. And then, he'll go back to, juvie prison or juvie jail or whatever. And you don't want to see that happen. Or you're truly afraid of him and he's threatened you somehow. It's one of them three things. I mean, which of the three is it? Either you're scared of losing your family, you're scared of losing him, and him losing his family going back to juvie, or you're scared of him. He's intimidated you. So which of the three is it?
It's the last one. The first one, scared of losing my family, and he's intimidating because of his anger.
You're scared of losing your family.
And he's intimidating because of his anger and what he can do.
So there you go. So you're intimidated by Harley because of his anger.
Yes.
Okay. Do you realize that, man, I'm telling you, Harley, he's a little punk. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's a little punk. And I can bring him in here, and he ain't going to do a thing besides cry like a baby. We see it all the time. He will sit here and act big and bad around you and sit there and try to make you do stupid stuff and get in the middle of stuff. When it comes down to it, he ain't got your back. He's going to run like hell. That's what he is. He tells a story about him fighting 14 people. Well, yeah, right. That ain't going to happen. He'll be pummeled. I don't care who it is. You ain't going to fight 14 people. He thinks he's big, bad, and they're tough. No, he's not. He's pathetic. He's a little 16-year-old pathetic punk. And if that's the kind of, role model that you want,
I don't want to.
Go ahead. And I can tell you right now, as far as your foster family and everything else, man, is your foster family going to feel better and look at you different if, we don't resolve this and everything else, and they might suspect you had something to do with this, or are they going to look at you and be like, you know what, he manned up, he told them exactly what happened, they solved it, Mark got, his justice, and William, by God, he stepped up and helped the damn police to, solve this case. Which way are they going to look at you better?
Help them solve the case.
Okay. So if you're worried about getting, kicked out of your foster family and everything else, the way you can help them out more is helping us out and helping yourself out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as Harley, man,
he's not worth helping. Is that what you're saying?
In my opinion,
no.
Hey, it's all, everybody for themselves in this thing. If you want to get hemmed up and hem your whole family up over Harley, that's on you. That's not on us. You got to realize that. That's all on you. And I don't want to see, the whole family, and I'm not talking just your foster family, I'm talking the whole, Mark's brothers and sisters, and, mom and everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you hem all them up by some stupid mistake of you withholding information or you keeping something to yourself because you're trying to protect somebody. I don't want to see it happen. But unfortunately, apparently it's going to happen unless you say something. So, I guarantee if I gave a whole speech to Harley, he'd sing like a bird. So, man, it's up to you. It's your ball game. You've all talked about it. He's told you. I'm sitting here reading you right now like a book, man. He has told you what has happened. And it scared the shit out of you. And you're just like, I mean, you're right here like, what do I do? You're freaking out. You're going every which way. I understand that.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I understand it, man. I've been there. I know. And you don't know which way to go. But I'm trying to tell you, Detective Allen is trying to tell you the way that you need to go. The way that you have to go. For your sake, for your family's sake, for Mark's sake. We're telling you the right direction.
Yes.
You're the one that has to follow the way. You understand this?
Yes.
What has happened? What has Harley done? What has Harley talked about? What has happened?
The only time he said something to me about this whole entire ordeal was when he talked to me about you. That's anything else that happened, I do not know about. Cause I
What exactly did he say to you?
He told me that when he was in the car with you, that you slipped up that you were the last person that could have seen him alive or something like that. He told me that and told my Aunt Kim that. Because she didn't tell him that, or that.
What was his exact words to you?
Told me what, so I said, so what did he say to you? He asked me about the polygraph test and if they found my DNA on him, and that you slipped up and said that you're the last person that possibly seen him alive, and you caught it again and then said something else. That's exactly what he told me.
Do you see any problem there? Do you see a problem there, what you're saying? If Harley said, I slipped up and said he's alive, do you not see some guilt in that statement?
That he could have possibly done it?
Yeah. Do you not see
I
it?
actually do see it now, yes. Thank you for helping me out here.
Okay, that's not exactly what I said. Alright, what he's telling you is not what I said. Now, I did say something about that, but I didn't slip up. I was looking for a reaction from him.
Yeah.
Which I got the reaction I was looking for.
Yeah.
Now, there's been more talk than just this. It's been almost, 3 hours almost. No, it's been 14 days since Marcus was last at your house. 2 weeks that you and Harlan's been together. I know he's done told Andrea. But Andrea, we don't think is capable of doing anything. So who's that leave?
Me and him.
Yeah. Now I'm telling you right now, after talking with Andrea, her stories are inconsistent too. Man, I mean, we're giving you this chance, but your time's ticking. Do you want to say something you just don't know how to say it? Is that the problem?
Well, I'm trying to, like, to make,
Well, instead of sitting there thinking about it so long and trying to manifest some little story, man, just blurt out whatever you're thinking, splurt it out. Because all you're doing when you're sitting there silence and all this, and giving us all your stuff,
it's making me a little bit.
it's just making me look, sit here and wonder, well, what kind of damn story we're getting here now? That's the only thing I'm thinking right now.
Making me look worse.
If this is a conversation, you shouldn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
The more you stop, the more you think, the more you try to build up a story, everything else, is the more inconsistencies that we're finding. Now, if I'd asked you right off the bat everything that you happened, you told us verbatim, everything else, and all the right stories, it would have been done a long time ago. But we've not yet heard the truth. Not yet. And okay, you know, I asked you earlier, you know, what should happen to somebody that was involved in the disappearance or, of Mark?
Yeah, you actually go to jail or get locked up in prison.
No, that was not your answer. Your answer was, that's for someone else to decide. I can't decide someone's fate. Was your answer. Now, I'll be glad to play that back for you. Anybody else? Everybody else asked the same question too? They should go to prison and pay for what they did. Yours, totally different. Yours on a polygraph. How would you do on a polygraph? If I asked you on a polygraph, how would you do if I asked you the question, did you have anything to do with the disappearance of Mark Golike, or are you withholding any information regarding the disappearance of him? Or do you have any knowledge of that? So how would you do on that question?
And I said I probably don't know.
Yeah, that's right. You said I probably wouldn't pass. Okay, if somebody asked me that question, I would pass. Everybody in the whole family
Said they would pass.
would pass, except for you. Man, I mean, it's fine with me. If you want to go down for Harley,
I don't want to go down.
y'all can share a cell together. We're just going to say that. If y'all want to be roomies in prison, that's fine. Y'all want to be roomies, try buds, whatever, but more power to you. If you're intimidated by him, if he's threatened you, drug you into something, then we can help you get up out of that. But as of right now, we can't help you, because you're not helping us. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
I know of his past.
I don't care about his past.
Now I know what he's capable of, and there is a chance he could have done it. Or he could, or not could have, he did do it. There's a chance of that too. From what you're telling me.
No, not from what I'm telling you, because I've not told you nothing. I've not told you nothing. What did he do to Mark?
As for Blue HS game, I don't know. After he left, I don't know truthfully what Harley did. I honestly don't. He could have gone to bed, he could have gone somewhere else. He could have gone down to the Kangaroo. I don't know.
Did Mark try to give you any money that night?
No, he did not.
Did he ask you if you wanted any money?
No, he did not.
You see any money in his pockets, wallet, anything?
Not from what I seen. When I looked, because when he got up, I looked at his pockets and they looked like they were empty, and it didn't see he had a wallet on him.
Why'd you look at his pocket?
Because usually I look at people's feet before I look at him, or usually when I look at somebody, I look at their feet first, and then I look up. It's a thing I learned from school. When you talk to somebody, they usually look at you.
So you're looking at his butt?
No. When he walked past, on the side of his pocket, he had nothing in there. And when he walked towards the door, he didn't have anything in his pocket. Because usually, when...
What about the baseball cap he was wearing?
I don't know what happened to it. If he was wearing a baseball cap.
Was he?
Honestly, don't know.
He's wearing a baseball cap when you seen him at the kitchen table?
He was wearing a baseball cap, and he left with it. I don't know what happened. Honestly, I do not know what else happened after he left.
Man,
That's the thing.
I'm done.
trying to say something, I interrupted you earlier.
Seems to me Harley may have talked you into something, or did they ever talk you into something you didn't want to do?
No,
Never.
never. He has never once talked me into doing something that I really didn't want to do, or didn't want to do at all.
Okay. So you're going to go on record saying that Harley did not harm Mark, or you don't know if Harley harmed Mark?
I don't know if he harmed Mark.
Did you harm Mark?
No, I did not.
And you're going to take a polygraph over this?
Yes.
Did Harley kill Mark?
I don't know.
Did you kill Mark?
No, I did not.
And why did you say kill earlier?
Because that's what you said when you asked me.
Nope. You were going to brought it up first. I never said anything about no one killing anybody.
All we said was harm. That's all we said.
But I did not kill Mark. I did not.
Did you do something to Mark and not mean to hurt him?
No. I didn't do anything to Mark to harm him in any way.
Do you know of anybody that did?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well that right there was the most guiltiest thing you said all day.
Not that I know of.
Man, what did Harley do to Mark?
I don't know what he did.
Who else? You said
The only people that actually were in the kitchen that night were me, Stephen.
Okay, maybe Stephen did it then, didn't he?
No, the only people that were in the kitchen that night were me, Stephen, Mom, Mark, and Harley after he came in.
Okay, so your mom did sometime.
No, she didn't. She wouldn't harm Mark in any way.
Okay, so Stephen did and your mom didn't.
It had to be either me or Harley, but I would not harm Mark at all.
But you're saying it had to be either you or him.
I wouldn't harm Mark. I wouldn't harm anybody for no reason. I wouldn't harm anybody at all.
I believe that you wouldn't harm anybody without a reason.
I wouldn't harm anybody at all. That's the thing.
Deandra.
She wouldn't harm him at all either.
Andrew.
Wouldn't harm him at all.
Well, buddy, you just pointed the finger right back at yourself.
How did I do that?
You know, just remember your statement you just made? That leaves me and Harley.
And I also told you that I wouldn't do anything. That guy's family. I don't harm my family. I don't. I do not harm my family in any way.
Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know you.
You don't know me, but I don't harm my family.
How am I supposed to believe that after you done lied this whole time?
I'm telling the hard truth now.
Oh, now you are. But a while ago you wasn't. Is that what you're saying? A while ago when I might have, I can't remember if I done anything to harm Marcus. What was that?
That was me lying. Trying to sound like me covering up. But I did not harm Marcus in any way.
So earlier you're lying to me about I don't know what I done, I could have harmed Marcus. That was a lie. Is that what you're trying to tell me now?
Yes. I'm trying to tell you that now.
Man,
I am telling you that now.
okay. I like to see you try to, you can't even convince 2 people, let alone 12 people about this story. I'm telling you, you and Harley going to end up bunkmates together.
But I wouldn't kill a person either.
No, maybe, I don't think you would start out that way, but maybe...
I would never kill a person. I would never harm anybody.
Maybe not harm anybody, that's different. When I say harm, I don't mean kill. I mean, just do something to them. Things can get carried away. Somebody did it. Somebody hurt Mark.
Somebody did hurt Mark, but that person was not me. It was nobody in my family.
Okay, I mean,
So who hurt Mark then?
It's like, I don't know.
You just sat there and said, someone hurt Mark, but it was not me. That was your statement. Somebody hurt Mark. So therefore, you know, or you would have said, I don't know who hurt Mark. You said that you agreed. You said somebody hurt Mark.
Somebody had to, or otherwise you guys wouldn't be in here questioning me right now.
Oh, now we're backtracking. Now we're backtracking.
Okay. We will probably give you a call for a polygraph, okay? Now, are you finished on it?
I can't take no more of this.
I can't either. That's what we'll do.
I'm trying.
No, you're not. Don't even say you're trying.
We're gonna schedule you for a polygraph. We'll be in touch, all right?
Okay.
I can't help it to just know you know more than you're telling us. And I can understand you trying to protect a sister or a sibling or a parent. I can understand that. But it doesn't help Mark out.
It sure ain't helping you out.
Alright. For what? I'm getting your body language.
I mean, you know, man, this could be Harley. Harley's one of Harley's friends. Tom?
Has Harley got friends been coming over?
He doesn't have anybody that's been coming over.
All right. Narrows it back down to you and Harley then.
I don't even have friends that come over.
So it really narrows down to you and Harley.
How's that narrow it down?
Because no one else is coming over to the house, so.
I don't have any friends come over. He don't have any friends come over. The only people that have friends come over are the girls and my little brother.
Okay. You think your little brother has friends that would harm somebody?
No.
Think your sister?
No.
Okay, so now we're back to you and Harley. I will. I mean, honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I really don't care if it pisses you off or not. But it's pretty pathetic that if you know something that you're not telling us, that shows you your true character. That's pretty pathetic. That you would do this to your family, you do this to Mark, and do this to everybody else. It's pretty low. About low as you get.
But I'm not covering for anybody. I'm not covering for nobody. I'm trying to help save myself.
You've not done that so far.
And I know that me saying I don't know and putting other information that I already know into that I know of into the investigation does not help at all. Information that nobody else should really know. I know that doesn't help.
I was going to leave it at that. If you don't help Mark, and you do know,
I want to help Mark.
and you ain't going to help your family, and you ain't going to help everybody grieve and get closure on this, it's on you, not on me. Your one's not going to be able to sleep at night, not me. Your one's going to have this on your head and on your chest for the rest of your life, not me. If you want it on your chest, on your head, and think about this the rest of your life, I mean, ever how long you live, it's all on you, it's not on me. Tomorrow, you know, Saturday, Sunday, whenever we solve this case, ain't on me no more. It's always going to be in the back of your head, it's always going to be on your chest. I don't want you to get it off. Only one way. Other than that, you're going to live with the rest of your life.
You know, I can get it off my chest if I tell the truth. I understand that.
Either you're going to live with it. If you want to live with something like this, man, it's called Oregon.
I don't want to live with something like this. It's already eating at me that you guys think I'm the one that me and other people are the one who did it. You already think I'm the one who did it because what I told you.
I have no reason to believe otherwise.
I know that you think that I did it.
I have no reason to believe otherwise.
I know that. Just because of how I've been and what I've been inconsistently telling the stories and not keeping what I originally told the detective right here. Because it's changed us so many times.
Do you want to live with this?
No.
Get off your chest now. Don't why you can, man. I'm telling you, you gotta get off your chest now. When you leave here, man, it's gonna burn. God, it's gonna hurt. I mean, you're gonna feel just like, you're gonna feel miserable. You ain't gonna be able to live from day to day. You ain't gonna be able to sleep. You're gonna stay awake at night thinking about this. You ain't gonna be able to work right. You're gonna be thinking about this work. You could lose your job because you ain't doing your work right at work. All because you don't want to get this off your chest. That's all. That's what's gonna happen. So, you get this off your chest today, I guarantee you can walk out here a lot better than what you're doing right now. You're hurting right now. I can tell you, you're hurting.
Yeah.
Bad.
That's by body language.
Man, I can tell you hurt as soon as you walked in here. You've been wanting to say whatever. You've been wanting to say something for like the last 3 hours. But apparently you just don't know how, or you don't want to. I don't know. But if you think that, you feel weight, or you're going to feel weight if you tell on somebody, that weight is not going to be near as bad as the weight you're feeling on your chest right now. You're hurting. Bad. Man, I'm telling you. Get off your chest. Quit hurting, man. You hurt yourself. Quit hurting. Well, I'm here for you right now. You understand that? Okay. Get it off your chest and quit hurting. It's burning, man. It's burning hard. Your head's hurting. Your chest is hurting. I ain't gonna think of you any different than I do right now, man. You tell me the truth, you get this off your chest, don't think you're a man. I might not agree with what happened, but I'm going to look at you as a man, and you manned up. Go ahead and get it off your chest, tell me what happened. Man, say it like however how you think you can say it. Don't look for words, just say it. Get it off your chest. I'm telling you, the way you get it off your chest is the way you want to say it. Get that weight off. Come on, man, breathe. Get it off your chest. William, you're tearing yourself up right this second. Quit tearing yourself up. Let the pain go away. Get it off your chest. Let the burn go away, you understand? Tell me what you want to tell me. Get the burn on.
I would never harm the man in any way possible. The man has always been there for me since I entered foster care. He's a very smart man, and he's intelligent, and he's been ways of him being harmed. I care about him. With the inch of my life, I would die for him if I had to. I did not do anything to harm Marcus Golike. For the person that harmed him, I honestly do not know.
William, let me tell you something. you're going to feel the hurt, the pain that you felt just a while ago, right when you was going to tell me that. Ain't nothing what you're going to bear here in a little bit. You're going to go through some pain, some burn. You're going to be so heavy on your chest, you ain't going to be able to stand it. You almost told me what happened. You almost told me the truth. And then you know what? You thought, man, if I get this out, maybe I'll feel better, but you're still hurting. That right there didn't make you feel no better what you just told me. Did it make you feel any better? You can keep on pretending and saying these things that's going to help you, make you think you're going to feel better. But the burn is not going to get off your chest. The pain in your head is not going to get out of your head. None of that's going to go away until you tell me the truth. And what you tell me right now, I believe you.
The only person
I believe right now that you would not intentionally harm Mark. Okay? Intentionally. A malicious act. Let's hear me out. However, something's happened to Mark. You know, man, I'm telling you, you've not felt pain yet. Until you wake up with this, for the rest of your life, every day, you've not felt pain. You've not felt the grief. You've not felt, man, I can't go to everyday functions. I can't do this. Relationships the rest of your life. Being around girls, everything's going to be affected by this right now. You're affecting your whole life right now. Man, I'm telling you, get it off your chest and we can get through this. All three of us together can get through this. But right now, you're trying to lay all the burden on you. All this burden is on William. If you let us know what's going on and you tell us what's going on, man, the burden will be lifted and it will not hurt that bad. It will not hurt.
nobody in the house, not my dad, not my mom, not any of my sisters, me or my brother, would harm anybody or that man in any way.
So who did? William, get it off your chest. Get it.
The only person that would...
Wait, no, William. No. Don't go there. You're going to sit there and what you're going to do is you're going to give me another sentence and you're going to feel a little bit of stress relief and that's all you're getting ready to do. And I'll go right back to what I'm doing right now. And you're going to feel the pain again. Because I can keep turning the pain on, I keep turning it on, I keep turning it on. Or I can relieve the pain from you. It's your call. You want to keep feeling this pain that you're feeling right now?
No, I don't.
You want to feel the burn?
I have a hard time breathing. No.
Yeah. You're having a hard time breathing. You're having a hard time sitting there. You're hurting. Buddy, you're the one that's making this on yourself right now. You're doing this to yourself. You understand that? I'm not doing nothing to you. I don't have a lighter sitting there burning you, but you're feeling like you're on fire. You know what we want to hear. We don't want to hear none of that other stuff. You know what we want to hear. And if you want to keep on hurting yourself and hurting your family, you can keep on giving us those running around stories. But the only thing you're doing is hurting yourself. And you're dragging yourself through hell right now. For no reason. No reason you're doing this to yourself. And this doesn't make sense to me. Why do you go through so much pain right now? Just to try to hide something. And why would you do that?
I don't know. I've always had the tendency to put people before myself.
Well, this is the time you need to man up and you need to put yourself and your family. This is the time you need to think about the outside picture. Because what you're doing right now is you're going to keep this bottled up, and I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to function. Do you want to live the rest of your life like this?
No.
Do you want to feel that burn every day? All night?
No.
Where you can't even eat? Every time you eat, man, that stomach hurts, everything else. Go to work, you go to work, be at work. Be constantly in the back of your head this whole time. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you're leaning toward. If you want to sit here and leave here, as soon as you get in that car, man, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And it's going to hit you hard. Well, I'm trying to help you here. Doing nothing to you. I don't have a lighter sitting there burning you, but you feel like you're on fire. You know what we want to hear. We don't want to hear none of that other stuff. You know what we want to hear. And if you want to keep on hurting yourself and hurting your family, you can keep on giving this is round stories. But the only thing you're doing is hurting yourself. And you're dragging yourself through hell right now. For no reason. No reason you're doing this to yourself. And this doesn't make sense to me. Why you go through so much pain right now? Just to try to hide something. And why would you do that?
I don't know. I've always had the tendency to put people before myself.
Well, this is the time you need to man up. You need to put yourself and your family. This is the time you need to think about the outside picture. Because what you're doing right now is you're going to keep this bottled up. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to function. Do you want to live the rest of your life like this?
No.
You want to feel that burn every day? All night?
No.
Where you can't even eat? Every time you eat, man, that stomach hurts, everything else. Go to work, you go to work, be at work. Be constantly in the back of your head this whole time. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you're leaning toward. If you want to sit here and leave here, as soon as you get in that car, man, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And it's going to hit you hard. Well, I'm trying to help you here.
No, you are.
I'm going to tell you, if you tell me the truth, and not this run-around story, then you are going to sit back and you are going to feel that this whole room right here has been lifted off your chest. Until you tell me the truth and tell me what really happened. You're going to have the weight of the world on your chest, and it's going to hurt. You ain't going to be able to breathe right. You ain't going to sleep right. You ain't going to eat right. You're not going to do nothing right. Now, do you want to go back to normal life? Do you want to go back to the way it was about a month ago?
I do.
Okay. 3 weeks ago wasn't good. Actually, 2 weeks ago was not good.
Your attitude's changed, your demeanor's changed, your body's changed, everything. Your whole outlook on life has changed in the last few weeks. Because there's reasons for that. There's a reason why you're acting like you're doing right now. There's a reason why you keep tearing up. There's a reason why that burns on you. There's a reason why you're thinking like this. And we know the reason. Okay? Now, man to man, you know, don't think of me as a detective or anything else. Think man to man here. Okay? I know you're scared. Okay? I know this. I'm willing to do what I can. Okay? To help you. I do not want to see you scared the rest of your life. I do not want to see you hurting anymore. Your family does not want to see you hurting. Mark is up in heaven now. He's looking down at you. He does not want to see you hurting anymore. Okay? None of us here wants to see the pain that you're going through and you're feeling right now. It's almost hurting me to see the pain that you're living with right now. You need to get this off your chest. You need to relieve the pain. You need to tell us so we can get closure. We have to have closure for the family. You need closure. Everyone needs closure. Mark needs closure in this case. We're the only people that can talk for Mark right now. Mark's not here with us no more. Only we can talk. What happened with him?
The only person who could have done it.
William, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the truth. Okay? Man, I'm telling you, you're so close to getting this off your chest. You're so close to getting that pain off. You're so close to getting this pressure off you. Get it off your chest, man. Don't feel the burn anymore. Don't feel this pain. I'm telling you, get it off your chest. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to your family. Don't do this to Mark. Get this off your chest.
Nobody in the family would harm Mark in any way.
Get it off your chest.
The only person who's not considered any part of the family is Harley.
What does Harley do?
That I do not know.
Do you want to live with this burn?
I don't know what Harley did. It was him. Because from what I'm getting, it's a good chance that it was. Just by what way you're telling me.
No, it's what you're telling me by the way you're tearing up and the burn that you're feeling in the body language. You're telling me. You're telling me it's Harley. What did Harley do? Don't say you don't know. Don't say you don't know. Answer my question. What did Harley do? You almost said it right there with your hands. What did he do? Did Harley make a mistake? William, what did Harley do? You've already told me he did something because you said nobody in your family would do anything. You've already done told me that he did it. What did he do?
I heard someone walk out the back door when I went to go lay down.
And what?
I heard the door close. After Mark left, I went to lay down. I heard the door close.
Then when I went to get bus pass out, I heard another door close. Well, open up, close again, and I passed out.
Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Let me ask you again, okay? You're starting to feel a little bit of relief, ain't you? It's a little burn, right? Okay. You want it to go away? You want it all to go away? Because right now you're just, like you just took Tums. You want this pain to go away?
Yes.
What did Harley do?
Don't know. After I heard the door close for the second time, after someone was at the door,
Did the van leave the house that night?
I said after the door closed again, I fell asleep.
After you heard the first door close, did you hear the van leave?
I heard the vehicle start up.
What vehicle was it that started up?
They all started the same. From my room. Sounds exactly.
What did Harley do?
You don't know.
Well, you know as well as I do what Harley did. Would not be you sitting here talking right now. Harley made a mistake. He didn't. It was an accident, whatever it is. You gotta live with that. You don't have to live with this no more. But you're gonna try to continue to live with it. You can't handle this on your own. You cannot do this by yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't do it. You think you might be big, tough, you ain't gonna be able to do it. This is something you've never experienced before in your life. You said that earlier.
Yeah.
You've never been through this before.
Never have.
And I hope you never go through this again. But right now you're in the middle of it. And you're feeling it. You're living it. You're smack dab right in the middle of this. If you want to continue to live this every day, then leave me hanging where you're leaving me hanging right now. Man, I'm telling you what happened. What did Harley do?
All I know is I heard a vehicle start up, and then I left.
Did you leave with that vehicle?
No, I did not.
Who left with the vehicle?
That would have been somebody else.
Who left with the vehicle? Who left in that vehicle? You know who left in the vehicle. I know you know, because you're trying to tell me right now, but it's not coming out your mouth. Who left in that vehicle? Who left in the vehicle, man? Who left in the vehicle? What happened?
He took off.
What happened?
That was it.
What happened to Mark?
Don't know what happened to Mark.
What do you think happened to Mark?
I think that he got beat up got beat to an inch of his life and was left for dead.
Why are you assuming this? Is that what Harley said? Did Harley say he beat up Mark? Say yes. You nodded your head. Did Harley say he beat up Mark? William? Simple question. Did Harley say he beat up Mark? Simple question. What else did he say?
That's all that he said.
William, where does the river come into play? You just said he got beat up and thrown in the river. Where does the river come into play? Get it off your chest, William. Get it off your chest. Man, you said earlier, listen, hey, You said earlier you'd do anything and you would die for Mark. Did you not? I'm sure Mark would feel the same for you. He would die for you. From what we know about him, from what I've gained, this whole investigation, Mark cared about his family. And he was part of his family. I'm not asking you to die for Mark. All I'm asking you to do is tell me the truth of what happened. That's all I'm asking of you. Very, very simple. Little as that right there. I'm not asking you to die for nobody. But if Mark was in here, and you was the one that we found in the river, I guarantee you Mark would tell us every detail without asking. I guarantee your family would be right there and tell us everything. You want the same thing. You want us to solve this. You want us to do this. I'm telling you right now, if you're afraid of Harlan, don't be. We'll take care of him. I think, honestly, that Harley coerced you and made you go with him that night.
If that was the case, I cannot remember at all.
What did Harley do to Mark? William, you're right there, buddy. What did he do? You gotta think about the other way. If this was Mark, and we was interviewing Mark right now, somebody hurt you, hurt your little sister, hurt anyone in your family, you know what Mark would be doing. He'd be telling us everything. All I'm asking is for you to do the exact same thing. Return the favor that Mark can't give you no more. Return the favor that we're trying to get for Mark. We're trying to do this for Mark. Help us. Now get off your chest, man. Hey, you're there, okay? You're there. The burn is starting to come on. You're still having a hard time breathing right now.
Actually, flip it up.
Lift it up some? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The burn is starting to lift up off things. Still burn there though. Still pressure. Okay. Get it out. Get the rest well out. If Harlan made you go to the river or whatever, man, we can work with this. We've got to know.
That's the thing though, I don't remember anything.
We got to know what Harley did tomorrow. Do it for Mark, man. Get this off your chest for Mark. You said you really cared about him. You said you'd die for him. Get this off your chest for him.
I cannot remember if Harley made me go. Or coerced me into doing it. That's what I can't remember.
Okay, what did Harley do to Mark? Tell me what he did to Mark. Okay, do it for Mark. Do it for you. Do it for your family. What did Harley do to Mark? We have got do something, or Harley might hurt another person in your family. Protect your family. Come on, William. Let the burn go. Tell me. Why? How do you know he threw him in the river? He was there, wasn't he? Who is the one that hurt him? Wasn't me. Was it Harley? Yes. Where at? Come on, brother, get him off your chest. What did he do to him? How did he hurt Mark?
He beat him up.
And then what?
Threw him in the river.
Where did he beat him up at? You know as well as I do, Mark wasn't the type to get in a vehicle. He was hurt before he got in that vehicle. What happened? That dirt from the river. In your shoes. It's the same shoes you was wearing that night, wasn't it? That's dirt from the riverbank. Your shoe prints are down there by the river. William, did you make a mistake?
No. I didn't.
Who hurt Mark?
Harley.
How did he hurt him?
He beat him up.
And then what?
Tommy left him in the river.
We both know Mark was not just beat up. There's more to it. What else happened? How many times did you hit Mark? Did you choke Mark?
No.
Harley?
Don't remember.
William? You keep looking at your hands. You touched Mark. The scars on your hand, those fresh cuts that you had, your hand was swollen up. You hit Mark. Did you hit Mark?
I don't remember.
William, you didn't remember. Did you choke Mark?
I don't remember.
William, I'm going to ask you again. you hit Mark, you pretty well said yes with your body language. If you made an accident or if it was a mistake, and you was messing around or you two was playing, and things went south, I need to know every single detail. I don't remember. William, you do remember. You're trying not to remember, you're trying to shut it out, but you can't. I'm trying my best to recall it. You're looking at your hands. Okay? This is the hand that you hit Mark with. How many times did you hit Mark? I don't know. More than once? More than 5? It had to have been, I think that my hand would have been swollen. So how many times were you hitting that in the face? His face or in the torso. Who kicked him? I don't kick people. Did Harley kick him? Yes. Why? I don't know. Was he laying on the ground then? Yes. Who is the one that choked him? Wasn't me. Was it Harley? Yes. How did he choke him? His hands around his neck, choked him up. Do it to me. The way that you seen Harley do it. He did it like this. He choked him out like that. So he choked him from the front. Yes. Where did he choke him at? Where did this take place at? Well, man, I know you remember. It had to have been down by my house. Yeah. You said that we had the van. Yeah. I think it wasn't that far away from my house. Did Mark leave and then you guys got in the van and chased him down or what? When he left, I went downstairs and I laid down. And I don't know what happened. You've already told me what's happened. Where did you guys beat Mark up at? Was it on Bacon Riverside? I'm not, no, don't ask me. Where did you beat Mark up at? Kangaroo. Was it at the Kangaroo? He said you had my face on the video. He said that if... Where did you beat Mark up at? Because we couldn't have gotten that far by the time that I'm downstairs. How did Mark get in the van? Unfortunately, how? After we get him up. How did you force him in? Put him in the van. Where at in the van? In the backseat. Was he unconscious? Yes. Was he limp? Yes. Was he already dead at that point? No. How do you know he wasn't dead? I don't. Was he making any noises? Not that I know of. Was he gurgling? Was he saying anything? No. Who took his wallet? I did. Where's his wallet at now? I have no clue. Did Harley take his wallet? I don't remember. One of you all withdraw money from his account. I have my own account, but I don't want to have with me. Does Harley have his wallet? I don't know if Harley has a wallet or not. Does Harley have Mark's wallet? Yes. Where's it at? It's probably hidden somewhere in his room. When you guys went to the river and threw Mark's in, was anybody else in the van with you? Was Andrew in the van with you? No. Was Deidre in the van with you? No. How did you guys know where to go? Who else was in the van? I don't remember. William? Who else was in the van with you? There was you, Harley, Mark, there was someone else. Who was driving the van?
Only two people that drive the van are along with my sister there.
Did you drive the van that night?
I don't remember.
William?
Honestly, don't.
William? You remember everything about that night because that was probably the most weirdest, importantest night in your life. You'll never forget this night the rest of your life. You'll never forget any detail of this. You can tell me everything. You can take me right back to the spot where you guys did this. You can take me everywhere. You can tell me where you threw him at. You can tell me everything. You are trying to withhold it. Who else was in the van that night? You can look back in your mind. You can picture this. You can remember looking who was in that driver's seat, who was driving that van that night. Who was driving the van? Do it for Mark. Who was driving the van? Deirdre drove the van. Where was you at in the van?
On the front.
Where was Harley at?
And one of the cabin chicks.
And where was Mark at?
To the back.
In the back where?
Laying on the back seat.
He was already beat up at this point. What was you all thinking? Well, why did you guys do this?
I don't remember.
You do it for fun? You do it for robbing?
I don't remember.
Y'all did it for a reason. You just spur of the moment kind of fun thing, or what?
I wouldn't do anything that hurt anybody or do it just for fun.
Okay, so was you after his money because he had money?
I didn't know he had money at that point.
Okay, then why would you hit him?
I don't know.
Who's the one that picked him up out of the van and threw him in the river? Is this going to take more than just Harley? You by yourself?
I don't know what Mr. Harley. He was strong as
What was Deidre doing?
driving the van.
She didn't get out. Hell, what happened to his water bottle that he had? The coffee bottle.
They don't know.
Who's the one that shoved the hat in his pocket?
And
Who's the one that shoved his hat in his pocket?
was Harley.
Are you sure?
It was me?
No, I said, are you sure?
I'm sure.
How'd he do that?
Took the hat, rolled it up in his pocket.
Which pocket did he put it in?
That's right.
Point. I got a pencil. Point to what pocket the hat was in. Front right pocket. Okay. Do you think this got out of hand?
Yes.
What did you guys have to gain from this? Did it make you feel better that you actually killed a person?
No, it was just horrible.
You realize you killed someone?
Yes.
It makes me feel like shit. I never dreamed of killing a person at all. I didn't think I did it. You not want to believe you did it? I don't want to. I don't function that way.
I would never hurt anybody, just for fun. I would barely hurt somebody if they made me mad.
But you hurt Mark. What about Deidre? Did she hurt him?
I don't know.
Did she punch him?
I can't recall.
Did she kick him?
No. It wasn't her.
Who was it then? Just you and Harley? I know what you told me is a lie. Okay?
It hurt. And the fact I know I killed somebody doesn't help.
But the weight, there's not a lot of weight lifted off you right now. Deep down, you feel better from the pain. Wherever. Yes, this did happen. Is there anything else you want to say? Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I think what we ought to do, William, let's go through it step by step and tell what happened, okay? All right. You know, more in detail as to what happened, okay? All right, you guys are playing chess. Start from there. What went on?
Me and Mark were playing chess, and Harley came in and begged me that he could beat us off our chess, and I told him that we would play the next game. About 20 to 25 minutes after we won the game, Mark ended it. He surrendered because he couldn't see the board anymore.
Right.
Then after that, he walked over to the sink, washed out his macaroni salad bowl, put it in a coffee container, filled it up with water.
Okay.
Spun it around, drank some of it, so he was leaving. I shook his hand, watched him leave, and I went downstairs. I got woke up by Harley, said something about going out doing something. We got in the van, Deidre got in the front seat, and we see Mark out on the street. We beat him up, tied him up, put him in the van, took him down to the river, shoved his hat in his pocket, discarded the water bottle, it's a coffee bottle, whatever it was, and threw in the river. Me and Harley.
Okay. Let's back up. When you came up on Mark, do you know where it was?
No,
Which way did you leave your house? Do you recall?
towards the west side of town, towards 41.
Okay. How far did you get?
It's not that far.
Did you make it to Weinbach?
Yes.
Then did you go past Weinbach?
Yes.
Okay, how far?
Not that far past one block.
Okay. Go ahead and go into detail to clarify it for everybody, okay?
Clarify.
But who said what? Let's go do something.
Harley said let's go do something.
Right, you got in the van, you drove past Weinbach. You saw Mark. And what was said?
I can't remember.
You know about what was said? Doesn't have to be exact.
I can't remember what was said.
Why did you guys decide to stop?
Like we seen Mark on the street, we were gonna say hi, and then it started to get out of hand.
No, see, there's where I'm confused. We got to be very clear on this. It started getting out of hand. How did it get out of hand?
Because we were all just three cracking jokes, and then Mark said something, and Harley got mad.
What did Mark say?
He was just cracking a joke. I don't know what he said.
Okay. And then Harley got mad.
Harley got mad. Started hitting Mark.
How did he hit him?
Hit him in the face.
With what?
Fist.
Okay. And then what?
And then I joined in. And punched him in the face.
You punched him in the face. I mean, why did you jump in? That's what I'm confused about.
I don't remember.
Was it heat of the moment, you think? Like, you know how some people in a gang, they get together, and then if one person starts doing something, somebody else will? Was it something like that? You just don't know why you did it, but you did it.
I don't know why I did it, but I did.
And you hit Mark. Okay, and then try to go into the best detail you can. What happened? What happened next?
He was just sitting there on the ground like he doesn't fight. He just sits there and waits till it's over. Then after I got done, Harley choked me.
Okay. So was he laying down or sitting down?
He was laying down at that moment.
Laying down.
Did you take turns hitting him? Or was you both hitting him at the same time? The reason I ask is you said after I got done, Harley choked him. That's what you said. So how did that transpire?
We were hitting at the same time, and I just quit.
How many times do you think you hit him?
It had been more than 5.
More than 5. Okay. How many times do you think Harley hit him?
More than I did.
I mean, you got a ballpark? 6 times? 20 times?
I don't have a necessarily count.
Okay. But then, so, when we get this right, you guys are hitting, and Mark goes down. You said he was sitting, but was he sitting or laying
He was
down?
laying down. He just laid there.
He just, after you guys start hitting him, he just laid down? How many hits did it take for him to lay down?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, and then you guys kept hitting him a few more times? And then Harley started choking him. And how did he do it? If I lay on the ground, would you show me how? What was exactly done? I think that's a good idea. That way we'll get down. That'll be more clear for us.
I was going to lay down.
Right.
Now, was Mark covered up at the time?
Covered up.
Was he trying to cover up when you been hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So take Mark's, do like how Mark was doing on the
I got him
ground.
like this.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Harley, he came around.
Was it beside him, or did he get on top of him?
I know I choked him, but I don't know how he did it.
He used both hands like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what was Mark doing? Was he
He was sitting there struggling for air, and then he just passed out.
passed out?
Okay.
And then, say I'm laying here and I'm passed out, and when did he start kicking him?
And he kicked him like 2 or 3 times.
As our
Show him
laid
where.
down?
Where was he standing when he kicked him? Now, are we on the right side? Are you sure that Harley was on this side of Mark, or was he on that side?
I don't remember.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, you don't remember.
He started kicking him at one of the sides really hard.
Now, you went like this, like a stomp. Was it a stomp or a kick?
It was a kick, and he started kicking him at the side.
Well, I don't want to, is it that way or this way?
That way.
Okay.
How many times did he kick him?
A couple.
What was he saying when he was kicking him?
I don't know.
Didn't get up, anything like that?
I don't
He was
remember.
in there for...
Like then what happened? He's down, he's unconscious. Then what'd you guys do?
We got scared, and then we picked him up, put him in the van. We drove down to the river. Under the river.
Let's slow up. You put him in the van, the front seat, captain seats,
Put him in the back.
the third seat.
Yeah.
Did you lay him down in the back, or actually in the seat?
Actually in the seat.
Okay.
Because it would have been easy for him to get out if he was just sitting in the lane.
I'm under.
Because when we looked around, someone
But we all grabbed him.
and Harley.
Okay. And Dieter helped.
I don't know if she did or not.
Okay. Did she, or you guys put him in the van? He was laying down sideways in the van, or what? Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here's your van. Okay, but driver's side, passenger side, 2 seats. 2 seats.
We go driver, passenger, 2 cabin, and a 3 seat in the back.
Right. 2 seats, and then 3-way in the back. Okay. Where was he at? Which seat?
Middle seat. Middle seat.
The middle seat. In the back?
Yeah.
So he's on the 3 bench.
Yeah.
Setting up or laying down?
Sitting up because I need you to get him out of the car.
Okay. Now, earlier you said something about tying him up. Where did that take place?
In the van.
And with what? On her, is that who's tied up? I don't remember. Who tied him up? William, who tied him up?
Was it Andrea?
I don't know if it was Andrew.
I think she was there. She was there, wasn't she? She was there.
William, hey, you been honest with me. It was Andrew was in the van. How was it? I don't know. Okay, you remember when I was telling you, you can remember every detail of this night. How long I had talked to you before you said teenagers driving? It was probably about 20 minutes. And you said Harley was in there, you was in there. Okay. Andrew? Oh, she was in there. We'll be trying. Man, I'm telling you, you're not protecting nobody. You're not protecting nobody. Was Andrew in the van? She was? Where was she sitting at? In the middle of the cabin. In between the cabin seats. Okay. Did she hit Mark? I don't know if she did or not. I can't recall that. The only people I can recall hitting him was the who tied him up? William, who tied him up? Who tied him up? Me. And? Alright. And? Did she? What'd you tie him up with? Sheets or something. Sheets. How did sheets get in the van? They were already there. How'd you tie him up? Tie him like this one. Tie the sheet together. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
What color are the sheets?
I don't know the necessary color.
Did you tie him tight or loose or? Okay. Did he ever regain consciousness or kick or fight again? Or try to get it? Didn't? Alright. Alright, so now we've got him located in the van. And then what'd you guys decide to do at that point?
We were scared, so we didn't scare him.
No, you're skipping a lot. You're skipping a lot. You guys are here. You gotta be talking. You gotta be telling something. You gotta be planning something on what to do here. You guys realize probably you've done something that was a mistake, and you don't want to get caught. But what do you do? What do you guys talk about?
We got a dumpster body somewhere.
That's what you talked about. And then where'd you go? Or who came up with the idea? Just down there in the river?
To hide the body somewhere.
To hide the body? Okay. Who came up with the idea to put him in the river?
William. Whose idea was it to put him in the river? William. And you're telling me everything, you're telling me the truth? Whose idea was it to go dump him in the river, or you guys dumped him? Harley. Why was it Harley's idea to dump him there? Because we were saying that it was trying to find a place to dump the body, and you explained the struggle with it, and it's open area. Easy for him to toss in and
you're driving the car.
Was it Harley's idea or someone else's? Whose idea was it to take it to the river?
It wasn't mine.
I want to ask you, whose idea was it to take it to the river? William, whose idea was it to take him to the river? Why was it your idea?
The easiest place to dump a body.
William, whose idea was it to take him to the river?
Beatrice.
Why? What was her idea?
Driving past that way. And she seen the mirror. She said it was something about it.
Where'd you go?
Down past where the cars usually sit and further down that way. Near the rocks.
Whereabouts? Where?
Like, you know where the big rocks and big dirt woods and all that.
Not exactly. Can you drive right to the river there?
And you have to get out and walk the body. You have to walk the body down like the hill. Down for some rocks. To the river.
You guys set him in the river, or push him off, or did you get in the water yourself? Got the shoe wet in the water, didn't you? Well, how far did you go in the water pushing you?
Not very far. It's just enough to step our feet in. Walk out a little.
Who always? He's pretty heavy. Somebody else sit down.
William, who else helped? Yeah, was Andrew yet?
He was still over there.
What was Andrew saying about this whole deal?
I don't remember.
What was she saying you remember?
You remember every detail of that night?
That's you.
What was Andrew saying?
She was saying that we shouldn't have done that. We're going to get in a lot of trouble with it like that.
Did you expect us to find out? When you tied him up and you guys put him in the river, where exactly do you all drive?
Like, you go past the little hill when you first see it, like over here on the right, where that little area is. Right there, you walk down that, like you walk, you see the little steps, and you go down more, you see where the balls are.
So you were talking about the plaza down there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We drove past that.
and so we're like, we stopped right where like it meets like that little driving it, like the top part of the thing meets the bike trail, I guess you'd call it. We got out there, and we walked down those little humps with the rocks under the gate. We did that, and then we walked towards the river. We got in the river and just put him in there.
Was he untied or was he still tied up when you threw him in the river?
Tied up.
He was still tied up? Okay. So, I'm just trying to get this clear, like where you threw him in the river at. The plaza down here, you got like the ramp coming off this way, and the ramp, you know, you go in this way, come out that way.
There the second ramp's at, right down, it's this way.
Okay, so like as you're coming up, leaving out of the plaza, off that way?
We came, like, usually the way we use, like, the whole house will take us go to the river when the fire shows there. We'll go down the ramp that goes this way, and we'll park.
Okay.
But we went down that ramp. We didn't go down that ramp. We drove past a little more, into where the grassy area meets the little biker trail. We stopped there with still in this little sidewalk and got out. And walked down towards the river near like the rocks, Redwood area. And we got into the water. And then we just let them right down the river.
When y'all put him in the river, was he floating? Or did he sink immediately?
Floated, I believe.
Which way did he float?
That way.
Toward the boat or away from the boat? You know where the boat's at, right up here.
Is that really, I'm sorry. We floated away from it.
So it floated that way. How far did you watch him float? We all left?
Not very far.
Pretty quick.
Because you got that, like you got the barge coming through, and there's the waves that come after coming this way. So we just, the current took us down that way pretty quick.
And then what happened?
And then we got to the van, and we went home.
Well, I mean, you didn't just go right home. What was said when you got all the way back in the van?
Like how Andrew said that we're going to be caught for this, and how we're going to get in trouble when they find out, or if they find out that you guys did. And that was, we were all agreeing with it. And then we just started driving home really slowly.
So you all try to come up with the same story? So what was your story that you was going to tell?
The one that I've been telling you guys, constantly changing up.
That he was there Saturday night? All that? Okay. Did you tell your mom?
No.
Who told your mom?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Your mom knows. Does she not?
She does now.
Does your mom know what you all did before today?
No.
William, I got a hard time believing that. Okay? Because she's the one that came up with the Saturday as the last time he was at the house. Okay? Obviously he wasn't there Saturday.
Yeah, because what you told me in the car, he was somewhere else.
He was in the river.
Yeah.
Okay? So he couldn't have been at your house on Saturday. How did your mom find out what happened? Who told her? Who told your mom what happened?
I took one of the girls.
Who told David what happened? who told Debbie what happened? Why did he tell her? What did he say to her?
He just said that we seen Mark along the way when we were going towards 41. That's my thought. We got said hi, they said out of hand.
Was you there when he was telling Debbie? So how do you know he's the one that told Debbie? What was going on?
I had just walked in and just touched her.
So he was there for a little bit of it?
Yeah.
Was anyone else in the room? Did she ask you about it?
No.
I have a hard time believing she did not ask you about it. What did Debbie say?
She asked what all happened.
And what did you tell her?
I told her what all happened.
Did you tell her that you had beat him up there in the river?
Yes.
And what did she say?
I don't recall.
Well, what did Debbie say when you told her what you guys did?
That we were going to get into a lot of trouble for this. And she didn't want to be a part of it.
Why is she trying to cover up for you guys?
Because we're kids.
Did you ask her to cover up for you?
No.
Who asked her to cover up for you guys?
I don't remember.
What do you do too? Who asked Debbie to cover up for you all?
Harley.
What did she say?
She said that if anyone asked, tell them that it was Saturday.
And Debbie said this. William, I asked you a question. Is this what Debbie said?
She didn't say that.
And what did she say then?
She said that she'd have to notify the police. All that stuff, she said she'd do it the next morning.
And why didn't she notify the police then?
I don't know.
Obviously someone talked her out of it. Does your dad know what happened?
No. He barely does remember how he works.
So the only person that knew about you guys killing Mark was who? Give me the list.
Yeah, I knew that name about us killing Mark, or me, Andrea, Carly, Deidre.
And Debbie, of course, if you guys told her. Right?
Right.
Did you say Debbie in your list then?
No.
Okay. Well, Stephen don't know.
No.
And like I said, and Carol,
Yeah, I don't know that.
Carol's your sister,
My little sister.
your biological sister. So Stephen and Carol don't know. Was Debbie with you all that night?
No.
Who's cleaned the van since this happened?
I don't remember the cleaning the van last.
Yes, you do. Who cleaned the van last?
I don't remember.
Did Debbie clean the van last?
It was either her or Deidre. Because they're usually the ones who drive the van.
When you and Harley didn't clean the van.
No.
So did Deidre or Debbie? And Deidre is the only one that has a driver's license, right?
Yes.
So that's why she was driving?
Well, Mom has one too, but she
Right.
didn't go to that.
So it's just you, Andrea, Deidre,
Yes.
Harley, and Mark in the van that night. How all the mud get in the van?
I don't remember.
So they cleaned the mud out.
I don't know.
Did you guys clean the van that night? William, did you guys try to clean the van out that night?
Yes.
Where'd you go clean the van out at?
We stopped at the gas station and did it back of it.
What gas station?
The Kangaroo way down the other side of the highway.
The Kangaroo down by 41 off Riverside.
Yes.
They got like a drive-in car wash thing.
No, they got the shop vac kind of thing.
They don't have a car wash. So who washed the van?
I don't remember.
You guys washed the van that night?
No.
About what time did you guys return home?
About 2, 3.
Was it 2 or 3?
It was 2 or 3 o'clock.
Was it 2 or was it 3? There's an hour difference there, man.
It had to have been at least 2:30.
Was it 2:30? Then what happened when y'all got home?
We started talking out in the van. And then we told each other that we would not say anything. We went inside. Went to our rooms.
And when did y'all tell Debbie?
I don't remember.
Next day? That night?
It wouldn't have been that night because she was in bed.
Next day?
Yeah, it had been because she was in bed 12 o'clock the other night.
Okay. So the next day began. Do you remember exactly what night this was? What day it was?
What day?
No. Was it Thursday the 14th?
I can't remember. Honestly, can't.
Judging by, I really hate to kind of like a judgment of, Father's Day was Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many days it was before that? You told Debbie?
2 or 3.
Okay, so probably Friday. Cause it happened Thursday, so.
About Friday or Saturday.
About Friday. And Harley's the first one that told her? Are you sure? Or the Wales was the first one to tell her?
I don't remember. I honestly told her. She knew about it.
And when she knew about it, she said, was it late at night that Harley told her, or was it during the day, or about what time was it, do you remember?
I can't give you that time.
Was it daylight? Dark?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe later that night. She said she was going to call the police the next day, but never did.
She probably forgot about it.
What happened to all his money? How much of his money did you go spend that night?
I don't remember.
Was it a lot?
I don't remember spending any money that night.
I mean, y'all went to the gas station and everything else.
No, I don't know.
Who went in there and bought all the junk and the goodies and the pops and all that? How much stuff was there that was bought that night?
I don't remember.
Did y'all use cash or did y'all use his card?
I might have to say cash at that point.
So you used his card? You used Mark's card at the gas station? Was it at the Kangaroo?
I believe so, yes.
The Kangaroo on Riverside and there's 41. Mark's card was used that night. And that was on the way back from when, that was on the way back from the river. Because when you used his card. Okay. Now, of course they got cameras in there, everything else. What's the, excuse me, who is going to be on the camera actually using the card?
The oldest one, probably.
The oldest one what?
The oldest teenager.
Okay, which would be?
Deidre.
Okay, so Deidre is the one that used his card?
I'm not for certain.
Was you not in the store?
No.
Who all went in the store then? Was it Harley and Dieter? Well, obviously, well, I mean, Harley could have used the card because he's 16 and, you know, debit card, hell, anybody can use a debit card.
Yeah.
Did you use the debit card?
No.
I'm not going to find you doing a transaction with it. Am I going to find you on camera using that debit card?
Most likely not.
William, am I going to find you on that camera using that debit card?
From what you told me, you said you have me on camera. Yes, you found me on camera.
Using the debit card?
Yes. You told me that you found me on camera.
William, don't worry about what I said earlier. Well, I'm asking you now. Am I going to find you on the kangaroo, on the video camera, using Mark's debit card?
Yes.
How much did you purchase?
$30 worth of stuff.
What was it?
With like drinks, chips.
Junk food?
Yeah.
Candy? Okay. Who all went in the store?
It was me. And Harley.
And?
Andrew.
And?
About 4 of us.
All 4 of you in the store? So when I look at the video, it's going to show all 4 of you in the store, getting stuff, doing everything, and then you are the one that actually swiped the card. Did you sign? Or was there a PIN number?
Well, on a debit card, you can use it as debit or credit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hit the red button and use it as credit.
Yeah, and you can sign it. Did you sign it?
I don't remember.
William, did you sign it?
I'm being dead serious.
You signed your name?
I don't remember.
William, did you sign your name?
I'm being dead serious. I don't remember.
Who else would have signed it?
Any 4 of us could have signed it.
Well, they're not going to let Andrew sign it. I wouldn't think. I mean,
She's 16 as well.
right, but I mean, if you swiped it, you would be the one signing it. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So did you sign it your name, or did you sign it Mark's name?
My name.
You signed it your name. Okay. The reason I'm asking is, you know, these are important facts I gotta know, okay?
Yeah, I understand.
Alright. Now, you gotta go to the gas station, you buy the stuff, it's getting late. You buy all the stuff, you do all that, and then you come back to the house, okay? When you get back to the house, you're all in the van, talking about what happened. Then what happened after that?
We went inside, and then we were still talking, like we don't tell anybody what happened. So we walked in the garage, and then we went to the bathroom, ate some stuff, we were hungry, and we went to bed.
How did you sleep that night? Did you sleep that night?
Not very good now.
What was going through your head when you was trying to sleep? Oh shit, what did I just do?
Yeah, that's pretty much what went through my head.
Have you been on a sleep since?
If I'm not thinking about it, yeah.
How often do you think about it?
Quite a bit actually.
About every minute of every day?
No, not every day. Like if I get interested in something, I'll stop thinking about everything and I'll start thinking about that one thing.
It takes a toll on you.
It does.
But honestly, I can sit here and I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say this right now. Very while ago when I was saying, oh, that's Steve, we'll get that burn off your chest. Do you not feel a lot more relieved right now?
I can breathe easier.
You see what I'm saying? This could have been done many of hours ago.
Yeah. 3 hours ago. 3.5
No,
hours.
I think we got in here about 4, so about 5 hours, 5.5 hours. Been here a while.
Yeah.
Been here a long while. Okay. You got anything in your pockets right now, bud?
Actually, I have my wallet.
Okay, good. Let me see that real quick if you don't care. Is there any marked stuff in this wallet? No.
There's only my gift cards, my library card, my school IDs, and my debit card and my ID, and the $2.
Okay. Where's his debit card and everything at right now? Mark's.
I can't honestly tell you.
Well, I mean, earlier you said it was in, Harley's room.
It has to be, if they didn't dump it. That's all my transactions with my debit card.
Do you save all these?
I do to keep track. Yeah, those are the only figures I kept. Usually I throw them away, but I've been recently keeping them so I can see how much I have left on my card. When if I have to withdraw money for the bus or do all that.
I was going to get back here instead of a little hole back here, okay?
I stuck it behind, near my credit card, so I know where it's at. I can pull everything out of it.
No, that's fine. What's that for?
Graduation. $15 gift card.
Library card?
Yes, and there's another gift card right here.
Okay. I don't need that. That's fine. Nothing of marks in here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you care if I look at your phone real quick?
Fine.
Okay, let me see that real quick. I know you've been getting a lot of phone calls and everything else the whole time we've been in here.
I get phone calls from all the United States. One wrong number and, rings your phone. I got a phone call from Tacoma, Washington.
Who's Steven? Your little brother?
Stephen Hurt? No, that's my brother, yeah.
Okay. How often did you guys text about this after this happened?
Not at all, actually.
Didn't text at all?
No. Couldn't text anything about it.
Did you put anything on Facebook?
Nope.
You want ringtones, don't you?
I buy everything that I buy on my phone goes straight to my debit card.
On your debit card?
Mm-hmm. It's got my 3 little digit number programmed on my phone.
That's fine, I'll see. Alright, man, I want to step out just a second. You're not free to leave, okay? I'll tell you that right now.
Are you serious? Why would I have to be here?
I just want to go home. I know you do. I can work tomorrow. You may end up. You want to take your phone with me, okay? And your wallet.
I have a hard time with the phone. I can really.
I know.
I need my phone. My phone really.
You'll be alright with that for a few minutes, okay? You'll be fine.
I always have it in my right pocket.
Good.
When I'm walking down the street, and I forget to put it in my left pocket, and I gotta reach in there, I'll freak out.
So my girlfriend, she freaks out. Man, you get hungry?
Actually,
There's some peanut butter crackers, you want them?
I'm not hungry right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of relieved and kind of shocked.
Takes me for sweet and salty?
Yeah. Thank you, though.
I'll leave them right there if you want them, okay?
So how much will I gotta stay here for a couple of days, or?
Man, let me go out here and talk to everybody and see. I don't know what their policy is up here, because I'm from Kentucky. This is Evansville.
Yeah.
Out of my jurisdiction. Alright. Let me go figure out what's going on. I'll be right back with you.
I honestly, you guys had to really re-jog my memory in order for me to remember it.
And you did a good job. You did alright. Took you a while to get there, but you did it.
Without leaving most of the facts of what actually happened. Or,
I don't know, was you?
was it close to it?
I don't know, was you? If you told me everything that happened and you told me the truth, then it's got to be pretty well spot on, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I feel a lot better now.
I hope you do. But now we got to deal with it, okay? I'm gonna step right out here. I'll be right out here in the hall, okay?
Okay.
Huh?
Seems like you're getting restless.
Okay. Just hang tight right there.